So yeah, let's get those maps. So it looks like the beginning, we're going to see the permabands. We got Vertigo Band, we got Inferno Band. Makes sense. Anubis picked by Party Astronauts, that's something that they've been showing some significant changes on and some improvement on. They've got a pretty decent win rate, so I think they've got a good chance.
Yeah, 100%. And then the Mirage pick for Nouns. Both teams are obviously experienced on Mirage. It's one of the most classic maps you can have, but Nouns definitely having a little bit of an advantage there. According to the stats, 18 maps played, 67% win rate, so very respectable. Party Astronauts a little bit behind on that, but still a team that can definitely wreak some havoc there.
Yeah, and then we've got Ancient as our decider. Ancient has kind of become the new Mirage. You know, we were tired of the desert, so we went into the jungle, and it's nice and green, and it's so much brighter in CS2. Like, I don't know if it's silly to talk about the changes from CSGO to CS2. I really disliked Ancient in CSGO, and I really like Ancient in CS2. It's brighter, it's easier to see, and it's just so pretty.
It was so muddy in CSGO, and now with CS2, and the different lighting also has these like amazing shadow advantages, spots that you can play. I'm really a big fan of that in the new game.
Oh, yeah.
Just like, for example, right outside of main on B, there's that shadow angle that you can see right there, and it's basically CTs have a huge advantage. And I like that a lot. I personally thought Nuke was going to come out for the decider. So
I did too.
It is interesting to see Ancient. Both teams are pretty much the same on both of those maps. A slight leaning towards Nouns just in terms of win rate. But yeah, this series is just going to be gritty and dirty, and I'm excited.
Yeah. Oh, I guess the other thing I'm a little interested in is Nouns banning Dust too. They have a really good win rate on it, even if they don't have many reps. But I'm sure Coach Adren has had things to say about that, and bring out Mirage, bring out Ancient, bring out the Four Squares. Let's get it rolling.
Yeah, they might have just not wanted to go with 3 yellow maps in the rotation, already having Anubis and Mirage. So they were like, oh, let's switch it up, throw a little bit of green. But in all honesty, I think it's just one of those things of it's day by day you go into it. You may just not be feeling like Dust 2, even though it might be a better map for you. Dust 2 is such a puggy map.
Yeah.
If someone's just aiming that day, they're going to take away the whole game.
Yeah. I guess I'm also excited to see map pool changes, just so we don't have 3 desert maps in the map pool next season. A lot of people are saying we're going to get 2 map pool changes.
So, okay, I might be sipping the Kool-Aid a little bit with this one, but I think it's a little suspicious that they remove Overpass after completely, revamping the map texture-wise. And then after it's taken out, they're still doing these little updates about different angles. They added that wall up in heaven to rework how it works. I would love to see Train and Overpass come in, replacing Vertigo and hot take. And don't get mad at me.
Okay.
Mirage.
No, I'm behind you. I think Mirage would be an okay map to remove.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm not the biggest fan of having so many 3-lane maps. I like the variety that Counter-Strike can have with the different ways that the maps work, the different angles, the different ways you have to think about how to throw your util to smoke off this angle. And with a 3-lane map, it's kind of copy and pasted just with slight differences. So if we could take that down to 2 and then have, Train and Overpass both pretty weird map layouts, it would be exciting.
So, and if we're getting a little bit spicy, what if 3 maps were removed? I'm going to bait chat a little bit here. Have you seen the work that FM Pwn has been doing on Cache?
It looks beautiful. I will say that.
I want it.
Back in the day, I was not the biggest Cache fan, but since its removal, like year by year, I just kind of want it more and more. But Cobblestone will always be the map that I want back in the map pool the most.
I think as CS fans, one thing is we're always going to miss the maps that we don't have.
Yeah.
It's like, man, no matter what map pool we've got, it's garbage, and I want a different map.
Yeah, no, we're the fan base that is always hungry for new things, and I don't want to say never happy, as the work that Valve has been putting in recently, honestly, I think it's proven all the haters wrong. They've been putting a lot of love into this game. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, we always want that new thing to just get our attention and get us excited to play again.
New operation when?
Well, we got the Battle Pass.
That's not an operation, though. Also, it doesn't have new agent skins.
It doesn't. It doesn't have patches yet.
I think Valve forgot about the patches.
Yeah, they did it for that one major, and then, what was that, Operation Riptide? And then they're gone in the wind.
Then they're gone. I just okay. And they brought them out for Half-Life 2. Or Half-Life 2 Alex.
Yes, when they drop, the music hit and everything. How do you feel about, what are they called? Little keychains on the guns.
I like them.
You like them?
Yeah. I was really thinking we'd get more for this major.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember Stockholm 2021. They forgot the autograph capsules until the second stage. So for a whole 16 teams, we don't have, or I guess it was 8 teams because 8 made it past and 8 didn't. There's just no autographs for them.
You know what I miss from the majors? Were you around for Cologne and Cato of like 2015, I want to say, where they had the player pick'ems?
Yes.
You got to make the fantasy team. That was so much fun.
It was cool, but I didn't know enough about Counter-Strike at the time to make a competent team. Although not a whole lot has changed. My fantasy for this stage is looking terrible. Here, wait, let me pull that up.
I completely forgot to even make a fantasy team. But if I were to have, it probably would not have been the best, considering the upsets that we saw in the beginning of the elimination stage are now like evening themselves out, and it's pretty likely we're going to see all the favorite teams go through.
Okay, so last stage, I put 2 complexity players on my fantasy.
Yikes.
I suffered a bit for that. This stage, I'm doing a little bit better. I'm a little bit confused as to why Na'Vi have been struggling as much as they have. Like, they're in the 2-2 bracket. That is not where they should be. Mauser in the 2-2 bracket. That does not feel like a team that should be in the 2-2 bracket.
Do you want to hear a fun fact about Na'Vi?
Sure.
Snacks has a higher 2.0 rating than every single player on Na'Vi for this tournament. Snacks is at a 1.08, and no one on Na'Vi is above that.
Snacks is on G2.
No, I know. I'm saying
okay.
Snacks is a higher rating
versus.
than every Na'Vi player.
Oh no.
See, that stat is so crazy that you forgot what I was.
It is. Yeah. No, I got a little bit confused.
That's okay.
But yeah, fantasy team, in shambles again this stage. All good. All good. Clearly, I have a lot more to learn as an analyst.
I think Counter-Strike is one of those games where it's almost like making predictions about the weather.
Yeah.
Every single day you go into this and you think that this one thing is going to happen and there's no way that anything else can happen, and then they just prove you wrong. And MIBR goes 2-0 in the opening stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah, MIBR 2-0 in the opening stage. I had them as 0-3.
I had them in Pain.
Hmm?
I had them in Pain, who are now both 2-2.
I did make a 0-3 correct. I got big.
I did not put big. I honestly had a lot more faith in them, and after watching the first stage of the major, I should have realized that not doing the best, but I was kind of riding that hype train a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what I was doing with 3D Max. They got the 3-0 in the RMRs, and I'm like, great. This means that they're going to go through to the quarterfinals, right? No. No, it does not.
I am a big 3D Max fan. I love the French national team.
Yes.
Like the old days.
Yes. And G2 was a French team back in the day, and there was LDLC,
Yep.
and there was Titan, and it was such a, okay, but it was also funny because it was kind of like the North American scene where you'd get one team, and then they'd be dominant, and then they'd have the roster shuffle, and you'd just be like, what just happened?
Yeah. Hey, if you don't want to speak about roster shuffles, since we're talking about the major, huge roster shuffles are going to happen after this major.
Oh,
for
absolutely.
every region, the only area I think might not be affected is the higher end of the Asian scene. But I think NA and Europe are about to get completely shell-shocked with the amount of roster changes that are going to happen.
Well, like there's the rumored changes to G2 where you've got Nico and Monesi rumored to be going to Falcons. You've got, I also heard that they're going to reinstate Sunpayas on Falcons. There's the changes rumored to be just home. We've got Lag that have 3 players. We've got Timberman with 2 players. What else? Viz just came back to Party Astronauts for this event after being gone since about March.
Yeah, and with the performance that Complexity had, you have to think maybe they're going to try to reach out, grab some of those younger players since the money isn't completely there for them. Liquid, still huge question marks around Kinder. We don't know if they would go EU or NA, but I think there is a really big talent pool in North America. As we see at this tournament, one of the biggest pools in a long time just in terms of young talent, raw player skill. Mm-hmm. And I'm excited for the next few years of NA Counter-Strike.
Me too. 2025 is going to be a very testing year.
Yes.
The VRS, a lot of people are very nervous about how it's going to affect who gets invited to what. I feel like I've got a spicy take. There's going to be multiple 13-0 games at the Austin Major. I don't know how many there's going to be, but I feel like there's going to, because it's just here's the top 32 teams, pull them in, plop them in the event. There's going to be a few teams that do well at smaller events that make it into the top 32, and then really shouldn't be there.
Do we know if it's still going to be divided up by region? Like if Europe has this many points or teams, NA has this many teams?
I don't know.
Because that's going to make it really interesting.
Yep.
Like, especially with how many NA teams or I should say America's teams we've saw make it through to the next stage of the major this time. We're going to have a large pool of teams going through that are not going to have that type of experience.
Mm-hmm.
But also, with the amount of tournaments that are going to be going on, we are going to see a large new group of players making these Tier 1 tournaments just due to the fact of the completely insane amount of events on the schedule.
Yes, and I'm a big fan of more events. More Counter-Strike is going to be great for the scene in general, and that my hope is that it leads to more players getting discovered.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about players getting discovered recently, if you look at Slump, who's currently playing here, he's had a huge uptick in performance and notability recently. Also, players like Peeping finally getting discovered at a higher level, as we will see play today. It's really cool to just see the recognition that is finally getting put to the players who deserve it.
Yeah, and speaking of fluffy aimers, they did beat What's for Dinner earlier today. They had a little bit of a rough loss yesterday to to Roomba Peak.
Right, that was a big upset.
So they are in the lower bracket of the, and it'll be interesting to see what happens to them. This is a really stacked event as far as North American teams are concerned.
Yeah.
So I was predicting that Fluffy Aimers could make it to top 4 or at least top 8. We'll see if that stands to pass.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably the most top-tier NA teams I've seen at a tournament in a very long time.
Yeah.
And you have some newcomers like Fisher College, who just was on the B stream. They just won against Take Flight Kings in the lower bracket. They're a team that's up and coming, obviously winning the Philadelphia X-Tap tournament that we had 2 months ago now.
God, that was such a hype final.
Getting to cast that final with my good friend All In, it was one of the coolest things ever. It was just everyone was screaming. There was so much energy. We were getting excited. Clearly the players were getting excited.
Did you watch the VOD back for that?
I watched I watched map 3 back.
Because chat was also getting excited.
Yes,
let me tell you.
We saw a lot of good quips from chat.
I mean, we're not going to read chat during the game. That's just distracting. But it is, honestly, if you are someone that wants to get into casting, 1, Fragadelphia is a good place to get your start. But 2, things like ESEA and ECL are a good place to get your start, where you can restream those various games and get a chance to interact with chat, because a lot of times there's going to be a lot of people interested in those, especially the advanced games, and especially playoffs, where you can go and even be on HLTV, have your stream featured on HLTV, and then have people go, oh, this is where I go to see this game, click, all right, let's hang out and chat for a little bit, let's see how this person does, and let's see how the teams do, and, spin that into something bigger.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, for me personally, this is only my second LAN I've been working at. Last season, I casted as much of the advanced playoffs as I possibly could, and just the amount of experience you get from doing that alone, even if it's just like by yourself in a Twitch room with not a lot of people, you just get confident in yourself, you get confident in learning how to talk about the players, and anything's possible. Fragadelphia is an amazing place to start out if you ever want to get into anything from production to casting to playing or just observing. Like, you could really do anything you want.
My other recommendation, if you're already going and streaming ESEA games, is make sure you're going back into your own VODs and, watching them back, because the best way to improve is to be your own critic.
Yeah.
The second thing is highlight all those VODs, because Twitch will delete them after 14 days or I think 30 days if you have Twitch Turbo. But if you highlight them, those VODs stay around forever, and you can keep those VODs on your channel, and you can be like, all right, I'm going to go back in 6 months, see how I was doing 6 months ago.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised how much you can improve.
100%. I downloaded my VODs and posted them on YouTube, like not even edited, just full VOD. And watching back some of them, I'm like, ooh.
This is how I was 6 months ago?
I definitely have learned a lot more about how to speak since then. But yeah, I mean, this is honestly a dream come true for me. I'm getting to cast good players, like good teams that I've been watching, players I've been watching for so long. Rush. We have him on the stage right now. He won a major.
Yeah, we got NA Legend Rush. We got Skadoodle and Steel here.
Yeah.
Stunna is actually out there coaching Undone,
Yes.
which is pretty cool. We have a professional caster sitting here in the studio. Arena. We're
Close enough.
studio someday, arena now.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, honestly, and if you do get the chance to come to FRAG, getting to meet these people, it's really cool to have that difference of observation when you realize that, hey, these are real people. You can see them and interact with them. They're cool people, and they're happy to be here.
You can see on your stream now even more legends. We just had a Dren on the screen.
Yes.
Former Liquid player, Liquid coach, now coaching Nouns.
Intel Grand Slam winner.
Yes.
As a coach.
Yes.
And speaking of Intel Grand Slam, Nitro of Energy, he's here. It's
a who's
so
who.
cool.
It's so good. Yes. Yeah. If you have the means to come out to a FRAG event, I feel like we're positioned to be the North American dream hack.
Yeah.
We need a few more years. We need a few more people. We could make it happen.
We are going to make it happen.
We actually have not just CS at this event. We've got a fighting game tournament.
Yes.
There were some people playing Valorant. I don't know if they're in a tournament or not.
There is a smaller Valorant tournament going on today.
And I know that there were other tournaments that were slated to happen and unfortunately didn't have the signups. There was a Teamfight Tactics tournament and a Deadlock tournament that there was a possibility that we were going to get. But unfortunately, insufficient signups. There's our lovely crowd. And the fighting game tournament that I was just mentioning.
Yeah, they have a lot of people there today to just spectate and play. And honestly, they've been getting pretty loud themselves, too. There's a lot of energy over there.
Well, there is a lot of energy in the fighting game community. My goodness. It's just like when it's a one-on-one sport and you can sit next to the person you're playing against. I mean, we saw it at Frag Tap as well, where you had Fisher College across the tables from Timberman.
Yeah.
We saw that energy. That was crazy.
Both teams are also very known for their high energy. And here in NA, we love a little bit of trash talk, back and forth.
A little bit, but after the game, fist bumps,
of course, always.
GGs, you guys played well. Make sure to keep the good sportsmanship. We're all friends in the end. I like to tell myself in copium.
Hey, we're all friends in the end.
Hey, there's Nitro on your screen.
Yeah, and Daps.
I think and the back of some people's heads. Oh, there's OC as well, the top of his head.
I saw them playing some basketball last night.
Hello.
Hex was hitting some three-pointers. There he is.
Yeah. Well, he's not on your screen, but we can see him. Also in front of the casting desk, I see Undone. I don't know who's across from them, but a lot of
that is a small L team.
That is a small L team?
Yes.
Oh, wait. Is that, shoot.
That's Tea Party.
Tea Party. That's it. Yeah. So it's a good event. We've got legendary caster M&J also here with us.
Yes, of course.
He's been on the mic a few times. Flew in from
Netherlands, I believe.
the UK.
UK.
We were going to have Copenhagen Wolves, but they are currently in their ESEA playoffs as well. They just hit the lower bracket. I saw they were playing versus 500 last night. You can go check on how that game went.
I think they won, if I'm not mistaken. Which I totally could be. Honestly, I'm not sure.
Let's go look.
Sharks is here as well. We got some Brazilian talent, a very, very respected team in their own right.
Oh, Copenhagen Wolves did not win versus.
So that's my fault.
That's my fault too. I shouldn't have brought that up. I should have looked it up before I said it. Look before you leap and all that.
You know what? We tried our hardest.
But Copenhagen Worms are here. They're having fun. They're doing having a good time. Might are here. We just had them up on stage. What else? Oh, it looks like Fisher College beat Take Flight Kings on the B stream.
Yes.
So the other cool thing about this is we're trying to stream as many games as possible. So if we were talking about ESEA and being an aspirational caster, if you have any aspirations to that, get in the Frag Discord. Get in the Frag Discord and volunteer because it is a great way to get your name out there.
Yeah, 100%. And you also you meet some great people. Like I've made a lot of friends coming to only these two events so far, and friendships that you make in Counter-Strike, are going to last a very, very long time.
Exactly. I got to go to Fragacago 2023, which was freezing in Chicago. But then this year, Fragacago was in September, and it was beautiful. Oh my gosh, it was so nice. And then everybody was posting pictures of them going into the downtown area. It was just it made me happy.
Yeah. And honestly, this is my first time being in this area of the United States for this tournament. It's really cool to travel and meet experience the culture of different areas in the United States alone. Yeah, no, it's fun. I love FRAG.
Yeah, it does look like we're maybe on a little bit of a delay. I see Junior walking in now, so we should be hopefully starting off soon. We had a drain on one of the computers. We should be starting things off pretty soon, I think.
It looks like, yeah.
We got just a couple more members waiting to join. So what else is going on in the FRAG world? We can see what the game going on. So it looks like we're also going to have, on another stream, we've got Sharks versus Take Flight. NRG versus Undone, that's going to be a banger.
Yeah.
We've got Steel and Skadoodle and Undone versus NRG. That's going to be a fun one. And then Boss versus Roomba Peak.
Yeah, Roomba Peak being a underdog story in and of itself, still in the upper brackets.
Yes.
A mixed team, I believe. I know Mads is on that team, and they've played good Counter-Strike so far.
Oh, yeah. It's been fun to see Mads out from Impact and into a mixed team. I think that could be a great way to advance as Counter-Strike. Right?
100%.
I think it's been cool to see the Impact scene evolve. I've been participating in that for the last couple of seasons, and it's been really cool to see at least the NA scene evolve. It's kind of like, here's FlyQuest Red up here, and then everybody else is like down here a bit. But Shimmer is getting to the point where they can definitely challenge FlyQuest Red.
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool to see a new team starting to dominate. The other thing about that is that you want to talk roster shuffles. The Impact scene is just like, here's 52 cards.
Play 52 pickup. First
a little
5
bit.
yet.
Although we're about to watch Nouns. Nouns FE actually has a pretty stable women's team, so I'm excited. It's an organization I'm really excited to be a part of.
Yeah, speaking of, I mean, there's a lot of organizations that are getting into that Impact scene too, which is really good to see. The growth that Impact has had over just the past few years is really impressive to see. And we're talking about the Valve regional standings before. Hopefully, with that, there will be more opportunities coming in for the Impact players to maybe play in these mixed tournaments.
I would really hope so. I mean, and the last few Impact finals have been a lot of fun to watch. You had former Enigma Galaxy, now Imperial FE, playing. I mean, they win everything, but it's kind of like the NIP 87-0 start, right?
Yeah.
It's a new scene. It's a fresh group of people. And so it kind of makes sense that one team is going to dominate until teams start to figure out how to strategize against them. Na'Vi Javelins are pretty close behind. Unfortunately, I don't have the other teams really in front of me right now. I know Furia has a really strong women's team.
Yes. I mean, it always takes those initial people to innovate the way that the game is played for people to learn how to play against it. And that's what builds the scene up. That's what progressively makes these games better, more tactical, more exciting to watch. It's when you need to make a deeper understanding for yourself in order to play, you know?
Yeah, not only did it take a long time for Counter-Strike competitive scene to develop in general, it took a long time for Counter-Strike map making to develop in general. Like the example that always pops to mind is Overpass. I mean, Vertigo is a good example too, but have you ever seen what Overpass used to look like?
Yeah, where Monster used to have like that upper part.
Yeah.
Oh my God, and Connector was disgusting. Old Cobblestone too.
Old Cobblestone. I mean, old Vertigo was literally a map that was so weird and out there that you'd have people that would only play Vertigo and get to global that way.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we've all dabbled in the old Vertigo. You know what was really fun to do? Old Vertigo and Strat Roulette back in the day.
We're
going back to like 2014,
That's a real deep
2015.
cut.
Yeah, but those, I have pretty good memories of that.
Okay, so you played back in 2014, 2015. Do you have any of the old stickers from back then?
The best sticker I have is I have a Vox M&R. It's a paper sticker, but it's on my Glock that I have. I have a Renegades Vox Immunity and Greyhound sticker, and it's called Shoey.
It's called what?
It's called Shoey.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because, you know, Aussie.
Yeah. All right.
It does sound like the game is ready.
We are just about ready here, so we're going to head right into it. First map is going to be Anubis. So we'll see if these teams will be ready to be tested against the god of death in Egyptian mythology.
I like that.
Yeah.
And we do see nouns on the T side. Obviously, Anubis, a bit more of a T-leaning map, so they're going to have the advantage as with only one Molotov, nouns seems to want to get a little aggressive outside of B main. Falling back,
Quick
Bentley
peek
is.
Oh, go ahead. A quick peek for Ben Leet, but Nouns, they're sending a sizable chunk up mid. Oh, Ben Leet ready to watch the B main position. Gets smoked off, though. I wonder if the Nouns heard that nade run into him, but they're still going to take full control of the site. Party Astronauts falling all the way back. It looks like it's just going to be a full 5 versus 5 retake. Oh, they're diving through the smoke. 2 kills, but 2 right back for OG Wizard. Not nearly a third. Oh, he does get it. 2 versus 2 now in the retake. It's an absolute bloodbath. And Nouns will be wrapping up Party Astronauts in a sarcophagus.
Yeah, OG getting some nice shots there, but just ultimately getting overwhelmed by the rest of the Ts that were following behind. And with that pistol round, when Nouns are going to buy up, we're going to see 3 rifles, 2 MAC-10s, and I think Party Astronauts are just going to completely save here.
Yeah. I've talked about it in a few of my previous matches of casting, but I've been skeptical of the upgraded pistol buys that we've seen on the CT side for round number 2, because you're spending that money that you're either full buying on round number 2 and intending to buy on round number 4, or you're not buying and buying on round number 3 and doing the sort of weird half thing that I keep seeing seems weird. Junior getting caught here. Player over bridge, but he's not able to hit the shot, so he's just going to put the Molotov down in the water. Doesn't seem like it should be able to burn the water. It's a little bit of smoke on the water.
Ooh, look at you with the music references, but Nouns are going to now have that B-bomb site, and Party Astronauts will slightly push up, maybe just try to get a gun or 2 or overwhelm, but Nick's already picking up 2, peeping 1 with a MAC-10. And as the CT's bodies begin to fall, it's just Infinite by himself, trying to see if he can secure a gun, but he will not. Nouns picking up the second round.
Yeah, I mean, there was 1 kill in the mix there for Viz onto CJ, so at least Party Astronauts hurting the economy of Nouns just a little bit, but again, now we're going to get the full buy. OG Wizard bringing out that op, something that he's been praised for on LAG, and he's been praised for in his transition over to Party Astronauts as well. He's had really good ratings in the games that he's played with them, so I'm interested to see where this gets posted. It looks like it's going to be mid, so that's a big danger zone here for Nouns. We'll see if they're able to adapt to this. They're just going to get the smoke down to block him off. The counter smoke will probably slow them down just a bit. A little bit of a tag onto peeping out of A main as well, but typical defaulting outside of A, and Nouns may be looking for a quick execute. They do still have the MAC-10 in the mix for Rush.
Yeah, Molly stops them for now, so we're going to see just a little bit of a gather. Smoke boot down to continue the halt of the push. So Party Astronauts have a pretty good idea of what's going on, as we see OG now rotating over into that bow position. 3 CTs waiting for the inevitable push that Nouns will offer.
Yeah, you wonder if Nouns maybe should have looked to go for a pick on a rotating player, but they all just have been mostly sitting outside of A main. There is 1 looking for E-Box. That's going to be Rush just hanging out there, but Viz opens things up. A quick trade back will leave things in a 4 versus 4, and the Molotovs looks like Nouns will be executing onto the A-bomb site. Nick's first one into the, just charging right on over table into heaven. Meanwhile, Rush pops out of E-Box into the face of Fang, but Junior will get the bomb down. Nouns with the man advantage here in the afterplant situation. Ooh, Junior, there's 2 players in the bricks here. Can he find them both?
As it pushed through, actually be Nick's to pick up the first, Junior getting the second, so now just Infinite by himself, 1v4. I think there is not a chance he's even going to go for an exit. You just got to save that M4 with such little money.
Yeah, the worst thing here is that means that Party Astronauts have gifted an op over to Nouns. Junior going to be all too happy to pick that up in the following rounds here. And not even the save for Infinite. That's Rush making a cool $1,200 off the back of that MAC-10.
Yeah, 100%. And that first kill that Rush had, that long spray down into the dark angle back on flat, impressive for him. So now he's going to be feeling good right now.
Yeah, and we're going to be back into the save for Party Astronauts. Just looking at the upgraded pistols. See, this is the round where I'd be more okay with upgraded pistols. So they have the 3-round loss bonus. They get the 5.7s out and a couple of nades. Even a couple of pieces of armor for Fang and Infinite. So
How do you feel about the Scout Force buy meta that's been going on?
Conflicted.
Right.
I think that that's a lot of money to be spending for, cool, I can tag someone, where you could spend $500 for a 5/7 and I think have nearly just as good a chance. There are some players that are going to do very well in that scout position, but I feel like I'd rather spend 500 on a 5/7 and or even 300 out of 250. Infinite picking up one. He is instantly traded out. That will leave Viz all alone here in the clutch. 1 versus 4. Not going to be an easy one whatsoever. And it does look like he's just going to be looking for some exits, whether that be Temple or E-Box or wherever he wants to go. Just going to be looking to try to take something out of this round.
Yeah, and Rush made that Mac 10 useful again, picking up another kill, so he's going to be sitting with a lot of money in the bank. Nouns commanding economic lead.
Yeah.
Viz seems like he's going to try to go for an exit, but no one's going to be there for that push. He will get taken down. CJ picking up that last kill. 4-0, pretty clean for Nouns so far.
Yep. This is looking pretty rough. It is going to be a bye here for Party Astronauts. And this is going to be a very, very important round because if they can win this, they can possibly stop Nouns from running away with the economy. The T side right now is just going to be so rich after these 4 rounds that if Party Astronauts don't stop them now, it's going to be really tough as we get into the later stages of this half. And especially letting the T side on Anubis run away with things. Yeah. But I like the spot for OG Wizard. Hitting open the smoke. No one's home to fight. Oh, there's a... Wait, peek? Nope, no peek.
No peek. It was close, but CT's just going to play pretty close to that smoke, waiting for it to fade. Peeping nearby is going to be the first to take contact as the push comes in. The flash is perfect. Peeping doubles up. And now that is an open A bomb site, except for the player Heaven. Infinite finding one, spraying onto a second, not able to convert that kill. Fang picking up one in mid, so very awkward right now. Now it's having the bomb site, but not feeling comfortable. Fang doubling up to make it a 2v2.
Yeah, bomb planted now, but look at the health bars. Fang on 2 HP, Rush on 31. Junior does have his off, so that 100 HP on Ben Leet could be taken away in a singular strike. Ooh, the nade goes through right into the face of Rush. That's a damaged player down. Now Junior all alone in the clutch. He's going to make his way out through A main, but not going to be allowed to do so. Fang with biting down. And Party Astronauts will take a crucial first round.
Combined 6 HP for the CTs there, able to pick up that round. Very, very good. It's good to break that economic just tumble that was going to go on, because if Party Astronauts lost that round as well, probably going to see 6-0 to start the half, and you don't want the T side of Anubis to run away with it. So again, we'll see a full buy out for Nouns as the aforementioned money is still plentiful. Junior with the op. We'll see how this op 1-on-1 goes between OG Wizard and Junior. Obviously, the op, one of the most important weapons in the meta right now.
Yes, I mean, the one-shot, one-kill potential, never to be understated. And again, I was talking about it before, OG Wizard picking off the first, that's Nyx hitting the ground.
What I've noticed about OG Wizard is that he is a very, very smart way of maneuvering around the map, especially after getting a first kill like that. He's always on his feet. He's never going to stay in the same position twice. He always wants to catch off the other team, and it's working really well for him.
Yes.
As Nouns push a little bit closer towards that B bomb site. Rush interested in E-Box, and there's no player on the bomb site for now, but Ben Leet pushed up outside into main, almost catching the timing onto Junior. The op in the close range fight won't be ready for it. That's bomb as well. So Fang has to protect against this E-Box push. It's not going to come true. Ben Leet with the bomb, but no help.
This B site, Nouns are all out on it, but no, they've got Ben Leet to contend with. They'll break out through B main, but it's still a 2 versus 3. Party Astronauts approaching quickly. Peeping taken down, and now 3 versus 1 for CJ to King. He's outside of B main. He has a good idea of where these players are, but it's a lot of angles to peek. He's got the bomb, but not enough time to go for the rotation here, so he's got to either force his way in or go home, and he will be put right down by Infinite.
Yeah, clean round for Party Astronauts. Bentley getting that aggressive push early on, drop the bomb, super important, and really makes that round winnable for Party Astronauts.
Yeah, and now in the 2 versus 4, they've started to really clamp down on Nouns' economy. This is going to be the last buy that Nouns are going to be able to muster. And if they can't win it, it's going to be Party Astronauts tying this one up. So I got to say this yesterday where I think it was Party Astronauts versus Take Flight. And it was Take Flight it was Party Astronauts 4 rounds in the lead. And I'm like, oh, someone was like, oh, that's a big lead for them. And I'm like, yeah, that's all they get. And I was correct. 13-4 ended up being the score of that game. But it's just like, you can never say that just because you get that early lead is the game's over. Counter-Strike, every round is a new chance.
Yeah, especially with MR13 and the way that the economy is stated right now, where it still hasn't really been fixed. It's so easy to just completely flip the script on a team if you could just break that economy and run away with the entire game. But Nyx creeping towards that mid door might have a fight on his hands. Infinite waiting for the peak as Bentley takes down CJ on the other side of the map.
Yeah, this has been a few rounds in a row now that Party Astronauts have opened things up with the first frag of the round. Answer back by Nouns, and the health bars are starting to look a little bit wounded here for Party Astronauts. So Ben Lead getting tucked into the flat position, gets swung on and taken down by Peeping. Now OG Wizard having to creep on in through Temple. Has to try to defend this bomb site, but will be smoked off. So full control for Nouns, and Junior even able to escape all the way out. Retake time, 3 versus 4 for Party Astronauts. This would be fantastic for them to get back into this game if they can make it happen. Peeping looking down main, Fang with the kill, clawed out. Now 3 versus 3, but Bomb already halfway ticked down. Junior looking in through main, misses the shot. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Fang with a kill, but Rush and Nyx answer back. And it's OG Wizard alone. Both players inside of E-Box goes for the no-scope, but Nyx is going to be the hero of this round.
Yeah, it kills back and forth. It got really stressful there. Good way to open up that retake from Fang, but the rest of Nouns were just ready to trade back and forth. Rush and Nyx and E-Box cleaning up that round.
Yep. So now we're going to have a little bit of an awkward buy for Party Astronauts. Once again, it's the CT side, so the more players you lose, the more chances you get into these awkward situations. And Party Astronauts, Ben Lead and Infinite going to be stuck on MP9s. Good rifles for the rest of the squad, so should still be good news. And OG Wizard on the off is, again, always going to be a scary thing.
Yeah, 100%. And if there's one thing I've learned about watching CS2 is that you can never count an MP9 out.
Yes.
And Nyx with a MAC-10 himself, so both teams, you know, a little struggling with the money, but we'll see what happens as Peeping picks up the first kill onto Viz, getting a little too aggressive outside of that A main smoke.
Yeah. I mean, this is how Anubis is played. You go A, you look for an opening, you see if you can find it. Oh, but it's answered back with interest by Party Astronauts. Those MP9s find too. A good trade by CJ. It does put Nouns back in the advantage, but OG Wizard is doing magic with the big stick. 2 versus 2 and Ben Lead on the flank. This is dangerous. This could cause a lot of damage to Nouns as CJ goes for the bomb plant, but Junior's ready for him. Ben Lead taken down, and OG Wizard now all alone in the clutch once again.
We'll see what he can do with this op. It's not going to be the most favorable positions as CJ is directly alone. He's going to need to get a quick shot. He spots it out, takes a shot, misses. And now this gets really awkward for him. You have to question if he wants to fall back. He's just trying to save the op, but no scope comes through. He's holding the angle, but eventually it seems that he's going to choose to fall off, saving the op as the economy's not the best for Party Astronauts. So Nouns will find their 6th early on into this game.
Yeah, so on the scale of Anubis T-sides, I think you're looking for at least 7-5, if not like a mighty 8-4. Nouns already on track to get all of the rounds they possibly could ever want on this T-side.
Yeah, 100%. I think the main goal you're going to want to shoot for is an 8-4. Like, I think that's when you feel the best about going into the next half. 7-5, always a respectable, but Nouns has the potential to just kind of run away with this game at this point. MP9's pistols are going to be bought around that op of OG, so unless some magic comes out from that stick, it's going to be a little rough.
I mean, if there were ever a player to bring out magic from the stick, it would be OG Wizard. He's already got some pretty good stats so far this game, 5 and 6. Not the best game overall. I think he's done more magic on the T side, so we'll see what happens when he gets a chance to switch. But right now, Nouns taking things slow and steady. A little bit different than a couple of previous rounds. A lot of A executes, a little bit of A defaulting for them, but not this time. Ben lead. Ooh, he might have the read here. He's gonna peek out, but it's Junior too quick for him. And now the execute will begin. 2 players up on this B site for Party Astronauts. Fang first to fall. Now OG Wizard rotated over. Good first kill, but he doesn't have a lot of teammates remaining to work with. It's Viz as well, looking around the bridge. So it's just OG Wizard all alone here on this B bomb site as the bomb is planted. These are not good odds. Now Junior looking outside of B main will spot Viz, and it's the 1 versus 4.
Still aggressive in this. You would think at this point he'd want to just start falling back and try to save his life, but potentially wanting to get a kill, try to just damage the economy of Nouns a little bit. But definitely a save coming through. Bomb is far tick, peeping up from behind.
Ooh.
Having a good game, but not getting the advantage in that. OG Wizard takes him down and should be able to escape with his life, it looks.
Yeah, he's more than far. Oh, but they've got the read on him too. The problem is OG Wizard is one that will take away all the weapons you thought you were going to save.
100%. I mean, even with Party Astronauts being down pretty well here, OG is showing great form, hitting all the shots that are expected hit. And if you want to talk about great form on Allen's peeping, having a pretty good game right now. He is 11 and 7 early on.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to hurt Party Astronauts a lot. Like, to have 2 players that used to be on your team now against you and doing well.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking from the side of Party Astronauts, you know, it's a little rough. They've been around for so long through so many different rosters, and there are just so many other teams that like to steal from them. And it's the ravenous nature of NA Counter-Strike, where just players are getting thrown around all the time from team to team, org to unorg, orgless. It's a hungry, competitive environment there.
Well, you want to talk about rivalries in this game as well. OG Wizard and Nyx both used to play for LAG. OG Wizard was poached for Party Astronauts pretty early on. Nyx, obviously, you know, after this past season with LAG, they got sent down to relegation, so he was looking for something else. He appeared very briefly on Timberman for, I think, 1 best of 3 before looking for something else. Oh my goodness, 2 lined up for Fang. Wait a minute. That's a good start. Again, Party Astronauts with the opening frags and a significant advantage for themselves. They can hold on to this. Bringing this back to 7-5 is the ideal. And Fizz with 1 as well. That's the op taken down for Nouns. At this point, there's a minute and 10 seconds. Are you going to save for this whole 1 minute, 10 seconds? That's a long time. But there's not a lot of money left for the buy here for Nouns. Nyx has 500. CJ's got 800.
Yeah, I mean, Peepin and Junior both with a decent bit of money, but what really can you do from this position? Throw a molly, try to push out. Nyx will pick up Viz on the other side of the map, but as Infinite sprays down CJ, he will be left all by his lonesome. 1v4 situation. 2 players, very low HP, so if he can maybe catch a timing or just catch someone off guard, there might be a chance.
Yeah, I think, and again, of a player that you could leave in this 1 versus 4, Nyx is a very capable one to do it. If Party Astronauts move around too aggressively or too
recklessly.
Recklessly is the word I was looking for. It could definitely be a timing. Yeah, 15 seconds. It only takes 4 to plant the bomb. So he's still on pace to get this down, but he's also got attention outside of main, and it will be Ben Leet with the spray down. Nouns now going to be on sticks and stones as far as economy and weapons are concerned.
Yeah, 100%. That's huge in Party Astronauts to pick up that round. And that single-handedly lets the dream of having this half go back into the favor of Party Astronauts. Just a little bit stay alive. We'll see the full force out. 3 Tech 9s, a decent bit of util out, 4 nouns. And if they choose to do something fast here and just try to overwhelm one of these bomb sites or maybe mid, those Tech 9s could be very, very powerful.
Yeah, I don't know if I like the vision of forcing on this round. I mean, I guess you want to go for both rounds rather than just one, so... Yeah, but with a loss here, nouns will be reset back to the Stone Age with how little money they're gonna have. So, I mean, a B site, crazy execute, caused some chaos, not working out for nouns. They've already lost 4. It's just Peeping alone, and he's only gonna take down Ben Leet.
I guess the thought process for force buying into that round is like, all right, we already have 7 rounds. Let's see if we can really take this advantage as far as possible. It obviously comes back to bite them as a fullest round comes in for Party Astronauts and just Deagles, Tech 9s, and only a Glock on Nyx. Oh, yep. He picked up a Tech 9, so that's better.
It is better. I do like the Tech 9. It's good times. You remember when the Tech 9 had like 23 bullets? Was fully accurate while running?
Running down Cat, watching a Fnatic do that?
Yeah. Who even needs rifles? You just bring out the pistols and go, go, go. Who sprayed that Navi sticker? Who did that? Ooh, there we go.
Peeping, letting the Deagle ring out early. Puts nouns in an advantage, but as they begin to push onto that B bomb site, it's going to be rough. Ben Leet already finding 1, so even 4v4. Util bringing Nyx down very low. And as a player flanking through E-Box, Peeping goes down to the M4 of Nyx, who almost doubles up. Rush able to trade back, so 3v3.
Yeah, it nearly didn't look like 3 versus 3 because Nyx is just on such low HP, but nouns do get the bomb down. This 8-4 would be just gravy on top of a pretty good half.
Yeah, I think you'd be devastated if you're Party Astronauts if you let this last round slip away.
Yeah.
We'll have to see as the retake comes through. Junior almost letting another Deagle shot ring out, but Nyx will be the one to pick it up with the Tech 9 instead. So Infinite and OG Wizard left on their lonesome. Stray shots will take a few damage away. Rush gets 1, and OG Wizard picks up 1. Deagle coming out, not able to find the bomb. Is so far tick. I don't think there's a chance. And Rush will find that last kill to give Nouns an 8-4 lead going into the second half.
Yes, the major winner to close things out for Nouns. And I mean, you gotta love what they're doing here. You've got the older players, the more experienced players here to really guide Peeping and Nick into some really fantastic roles.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, both of these teams are a very good combination of old and new. If you're on the side of Party Astronauts, as we just mentioned, we have Rush and we have CJ the King, who's been around for a while. Junior's got plenty of experience under his belt. And Nouns, you're going to have people like Ben Leet, Viz, both members of the EG rosters that went around for a while. So it's a nice little combination of teaching an old dog new tricks. 2 kills coming out for Nouns early on, giving them the advantage in the pistol round. And Bomb's already going to get those stitches put in.
Yeah, Party Astronauts now in the 4 versus 3 as Nouns try to go for the retake on this. I mean, pistol round, it's what you want. It's what's for dinner. And it's the way that Party Astronauts are going to get pulled back into this. They've already got some fairly far out positions, so Nouns with a lot of work to do to root these players out. Viz all the way outside of E-Box, Peeping spots him, just gonna go for the chase. Oh, the fight, the swinging back and forth. Wait a minute. Nouns, they get the kills they need. Ben Leet stops the diffuser, goes for 2, and it's just a 1 versus 1. Peeping's got the kit, but he needs the kill before he can go for this. He's gonna get it, but it's not in time, and Party Astronauts win the pistol.
Yeah, it was very, very close, and we'll see what's going on. A big piss on 2 win, of course, to keep some momentum going.
Yeah. Switching out of the T side, you're going to have that crucial advantage here, and it does look like Nouns want to go for that force buy that I've been saying I don't know if I like, because I don't think I've seen it work all that much, but we'll see how it goes for them if they can. And I guess even if it doesn't work, they still will have the money to go for that buy on round number 3 of their CT side.
Yeah, not wasting all of their money, and there's going to be a heavy stack towards the mid extremities as the T's begin to flood in. CJ and his teammate forced to fall back, straight come through. Both of the CTs falling, so already 5v3. And
Fang getting aggressive there, got punished. That's
Junior
going to
with
be
a
a
nice
rifle
shot.
into the hands of Junior. Nouns already on site, already ready to go, spotting the kit out, but the weapons of Party Astronauts are a little bit too strong. Junior can at least save this Galil. No, he cannot. Infinite with 2 Mac 10 kills for $1,200. Going to be able to grab a Galil as well.
Yeah, and I mean, looking pretty similar to how the first half started with the T side getting that piss around, getting a lot of money with the SMG kills. So we might be able to see Party Astronauts slowly start to climb their way back into this game.
Yes, you will. 2 rounds now separating these 2 teams. And again, this 3rd and this 4th round become the crucial ones as you slip into the later stages of the game. I like what I'm seeing here. Fang trying to get activated over by E-Box, but the Molotov will stop him from moving on in. He's going to get, 25 HP of damage. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, Viz getting lit down, but still going to get the kill over toward a double entry over for Party Astronauts as they head toward the B bomb site. Fang continuing to bite down. Party Astronauts getting ripped to shreds, and Peeping now alone in the clutch, 1 versus 3.
Yeah, the flying Mac 10 from Fang, picking up 3 kills. That's going to make him feel really good, have that money flowing good. And now Peeping, really nothing to do but to just fall back and save. Party Astronauts also trade now all their SMGs for fully upgraded rifles. So
yeah, I was going to say it hurts so much to save in this situation because there's so much damage done to Party Astronauts. OG Wizard down to 25, Ben Leet hit by half, Fang a quarter down. This M4 would be the perfect thing to go for the cleanup, but it's just too risky.
Yeah, 100%. So now Party Astronauts only down 1 round, and as Nouns don't really have a lot of money, they do have a saved M4, so we'll have to see what's going to come out from the buy.
Yeah. I think it's just going to be upgraded pistols. Again, we're in that 4th round of the half, round number 16. And yeah, it's SMGs and pistols. Now, granted, this worked out on the other side. So
yeah, you can never really count any team out just because they don't have the right weaponry, as anything can happen if the team play and the positioning works out for the best. But we'll see Party Astronauts just go for a pretty basic default here, spread out all throughout the map, and now it's not getting too aggressive, not getting into any gunfights early on.
Well, it looks like they really want to lean over towards B, which feels possibly incorrect against SMGs and pistols. Obviously, they don't know what weapons Nouns have equipped. At the 5-7, going to get activated early on. Deagle joining in, and it's a 2-for-1 for Nouns. Meanwhile, the Deagle on the other side of the map takes down Ben Leet, so it's a 1-for-3 for Nouns. OG Wizard and Infinite now in the 2 versus 4, looking for the A bomb site. They're like the B bomb site stack has been called out, and now it's got to be Nouns on the rotation. This is the opportunity for Party Astronauts to take this round back into their own control, but it's not working out. Peeping, the one available on the A bomb site, drops the bomb, and it's Infinite alone. Can he pull this one off? He spots the player up towards heaven, but it's Peeping again, and he takes down 2. Nouns now starting to stamp their foot right back down.
Yeah, great timing from Nouns to go for that peek into B main and pick up Fang, and Junior getting a deagle on the other side of the map just bursted that round right open for Nouns.
Yes. But Party Astronauts farmed up a fair bit of cash, so they will be buying things right back up. But again, this is the round where their bank will be broken. This is the round where if Nouns win it, it's going to be heartbreaking, and we're going to see Nouns start to run away on the double digits.
A lot of focus towards mid early on. On the side of Party Astronauts, Rush getting so aggressive, finding Ben Leet early on to give the CTs the man advantage. As he falls back, might be able to pick up another one. Damage through. Fang and OG both getting ticked a little bit, and Rush able to avoid losing his life.
Yes, Rush with the unanswered kill, living up to his name, going, yep, I'm going to rush out through B main and get in your face. Love to see that. OG Wizard and Fang getting lit down pretty heavily here, so really, really good trades for Nouns. And they've managed to burn a lot of time off the clock as well. We're almost down to a minute here, and Party Astronauts are still kind of on the defaulting phase of the round, keeping things quiet and trying to keep themselves away from possible peaks from Nouns.
Yeah, 100%. And as Nouns stack up towards A bomb site, it seems that Party Astronauts actually want to go towards B. slowly walking through. There is a decent bit of util left, so we'll see how the players at E-Box can respond. Smoke goes down to block out the initial push as the Molotovs come through. Party Astronauts deciding not to wait. Nix and Rush both finding one, but Fang to double up to give Party Astronauts the B-bomb site.
Yep, that is going to be enough for them to get the bomb down, open up this bomb site, but the health bar is not looking good. The rifles of Nouns, look at the positions they've got too. They've got players outside of 2 of the entrances. They should be able to get some frags here. Viz taken down first, and it's just Fang waiting for the push. 1 versus 3. The first kill is good onto CJ, but not the second. Is peeping. The boatman coming in from the river to take you across the river Styx.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great effort from Party Astronauts in that round, so able to get onto the site and get that plant down, but now was able to just overwhelm and arm the side of Party Astronauts to pick up their 10th into this game.
Yep. Well, we'll see how Party Astronauts play this next one out, because the weapons are not going to look good. Oh, and we get the timeout as well. So a little bit of time to discuss things, say, all right, what do we want to do? 3 rounds down. Nouns only need 3 more to close this one out. You know, they're going to have the stronger weapons. Let's take a look at those Party Astronauts, guys. We got Infinite out there first.
Yeah. Great looking shirts. I like those shirts a lot.
As far as jerseys go, that's all you need,
yeah.
Right?
Logo,
like,
name.
You could buy like a jersey with like the holes in it, but a T-shirt is a jersey too. All right, did you see the jerseys for the stand-on business guys last night?
Yes,
Quote-unquote
I did.
jerseys.
Yeah, or the lack thereof.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, if we're talking about jerseys, you see Boss's jerseys?
Boss has some nice jerseys. Honestly, Nouns has some nice jerseys. Like, I'm going to be biased because I'm on Nouns, but Nouns has some nice jerseys. NRG has some good ones. They switched out the orange for black and hold the phone. Beeping getting way aggressive here. Only not able to take down anything, but Rush behind him will take 2 in response. But look at this. Viz already in through main. Tech 9 into the face of 2, but it's not going to be enough. OG Wizard will get the bomb down, but there's 3 players remaining for Nouns. In the 1 versus 3 for OG Wizard, he's got a P250. He's already had his feet burned off, 57 HP, and it's going to be Rush to clean him up. 4 kills for Rush on round number 18.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at that round from the perspective of Party Astronauts, though, it's not a complete failure. They got 2 guns out of the hands of Nouns. They were able to get the bomb down, so a little bit of an economic boost there will be. But Nouns have a lot of money, so that economic damage they were able to do won't really mean much in the long run, but having that bomb plant boost will feel pretty good.
Indeed. Do you know what the boatman's name is for the River Styx?
No.
I think it's Karan.
Karan?
Karan. Or that might be Greek mythology. I played a bunch of Hades, so I know Greek mythology. That's how that works.
Fair enough. I'm not too familiar with a lot of mythology, except for Norse.
Norse mythology, pretty cool. It's Zeus going around and having sex with everybody.
Yeah. And speaking of pretty cool, Peepix found himself in a pretty cool spot. His teammate will fall, but he's able to trade back as not expected to get deep into the corner of water. Fang trading back, so kills back and forth. We'll leave Party Astronauts with the man advantage.
Wait, Zeus is Greek mythology too.
Yeah.
Never mind, I don't know what I'm talking about. Junior bringing out the Norse gun here. The Gungnir takes down Viz, doubles up on OG Wizard, and now it's a 2 versus 3 for Party Astronauts. They do have a player on site. Ben Leet going to go for the plant here, and he's going to get the numbers entered in. Fang down to 22 HP. Again, very dangerous position here for Party Astronauts. We'll see if Nouns have what it takes. The first one down, but now Fang with the trade. Rush and Nix, 2 versus 1 versus Ben Late. Look at the position he's in. He's got too many angles to check, so it's Rush to close out the round. Nouns on 12, and a hefty comeback here. The story for Party Astronauts.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be really hard. The money is good enough to buy into this round, but it's going to take a lot and a lot of firepower and just real better play, may I say, for them to come in.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that their CT side did go pretty well. You know, 4-8 is not great.
And
but
look at Fang, 21-15.
Yeah, Fang has been outstanding. I am waiting a little bit for Viz to get activated. The new player back on Nouns after a few months. Maybe still getting warmed up here. but it's going to be mostly Galil's out here for Party Astronauts. Ben Lead lit down to 50 HP right off the bat. And Party Astronauts looking for the A site. They're all hanging out by the boat, by rugs, looking for the default. Nouns not going to give them anything, though.
Yeah, but if you look, Nick's already pushed all the way through B main. He's going to get to mid, so the information from that, he's going to tell his teammates, hey, guys, be ready for something either deep into mid already or towards that A bomb side. And I don't think Ben Lead's going to be ready for Nyx. Not even with his gun out, going to get taken down. So huge advantage for Nouns early on.
Yeah, now Fang trying to go hunting here for the player that was flanking, but he's already gotten away, already all the way back into B main. It's like, all right, cool. But that is the dinner bell rung for Party Astronauts. You're like, wait a minute, if that's that far out, is there anyone on B? The answer to that is no. They do have to rotate back in. There's Nyx outside of B main. He'll take down Fang, burned to death. But there's 3 players on site here for Party Astronauts. And Viz, flanks on flanks, is going to avenge his teammates. 4 versus 3 on the retake now for Nouns.
So stressful is the beginning of this post-bomb plant for both teams. Will be Nouns with the man advantage as the smokes begin to fade. Rush seems to be the one to take first contact, playing around the pillar. He's going to push towards the bomb. Infinite able to take him down. So 3-on-3, Junior loses his life as well. And Infinite able to find 3. Viz cleans up. Party Astronauts might be back into this game.
We play on Infinite with the infinite number of frags there to keep Party Astronauts rolling along, flying around to the moon.
To the moon. And the stars.
And the stars.
And all space-related things.
Shoot for the moon, because even if you fail, you'll land among the stars.
Yeah, and I think that should be the motto for Party Astronauts right now, as this comeback would be really impressive. And even if they don't make it all the way, at least you can say you tried.
Yeah. I mean, if they do bring this to overtime, that would be fantastic for Party Astronauts. And I feel like there's an outside possibility of it happening. The 2 MP9s here for Nouns, they don't have the best buy here. They don't have the best weapons. They do have kits, which is going to become crucial, but the MP9s are going to be the difference makers here.
Yeah, Fang already aggressive all the way through mid. Seems like he's going to want to try to get into the CT spawn and flank around. And this is going to be huge. Nouns won't be ready for this.
I don't think so
backstab
either.
on B bomb site.
Party Astronauts with 3. This 2-pronged attack here on B is going to be painful. Oh, they're heading on out through main. They get the 2-for-1 trade, but they're not aware that there's a player behind them. They haven't turned around just yet. They're still taking down players for Party Astronauts, but it's still down to the 2 versus 3. And Fang feels like he has good control over B.
Oh.
He takes down Nyx as well, but peeping on the trade. And now 2 versus 1. Can Fang win this one for Party Astronauts? He's bitten down. He's tasted blood. Can he get more? 2 kills already on the round. He's got bomb, and he's going to quickly rush away from the B bomb site. 35 seconds remaining. He's going to make this one quick. The rotation, it's going to be there. Nouns don't expect this.
No, they don't, but if you want a player in this 1v2 this late into the game, it's going to be Fang having such a great game for himself. And a clear A bomb site as the 2 remaining CTs clear through water. Bomb's going to go down. They're going to know where to go. But Fang is going to be such an advantageous position. Going to be able to get up towards heaven.
I like how Nouns have played this 2 versus 1.
Yeah.
If the spacing is bad, they're going to lose this. But I feel like Nouns have the spacing, have the potential to go for the trades here. They've got both players in. They are going to have to get on that bomb very quickly. Already halfway ticked down. The smoke going to be thrown out. And it looks like it's going to be Junior here to watch for the interruption. He will do so successfully. And Nouns will take this one, 13-8 on their opponent's map of Anubis.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think Nouns looked great all throughout the game. The money got a little bit tricky towards the end, so there were a little bit of fluff arounds for Party Astronauts. But, yeah, I think Nouns just played some great Counter-Strike. We saw some great things. The Op of Junior wasn't super active throughout the game. I just don't think they were in the position to really get it out.
It didn't really need to be.
Yeah.
Like, Rush was doing really well. Nyx and Peeping, again.
Yeah.
If we could just sit here and talk about how great Nyx and Peeping have been for Nouns with the coaching staff and the veterans, we could be here all day.
Yeah, I mean, Peeping is a huge pickup to finally get discovered, as we touched on before the game started. serving his due diligence in the lower tiers of NA for a while, and now making his way to a notable team and proving himself more than worthy of being there.
Absolutely. So what do we think Party Astronauts have to do for the next one here?
I mean, it would be really nice to see Viz get a little bit more active, struggling a little bit onto that first map. Obviously, they weren't in the best positioning in the first half, and, if you start bad, it's just kind of snowballs. So I think a nice just mental reset. Yeah, a little bit of a comeback towards the end there. If you can just get in the mindset of, hey, let's go into the second map, new game, let's win it.
Yeah, new game, anything could happen. Next map up is going to be Mirage. We've got Nouns' map pick. They do have a very good win rate on that map, so I do think it favors them quite a lot.
Yeah.
They've had some tough competition on it in the past. Now they've got Party Astronauts. Should still be a very fun map for both of these teams. And we'll be back with that in about 90 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I don't dare to say that it'll be a blowout by any means, but I think Nouns definitely are going to have a pretty stark advantage, and Party Astronauts are going to have to just hit some shots and really grind this game out if they want to get back in.
Yeah, I think this is definitely going to be a very difficult map for them. If they can bring out some unknowns, if they can throw some wrenches into the mix, and I feel like they've got to play some really non-standard Counter-Strike on their T side.
Yeah, I mean, Mirage is a map that's been around for as long as Counter-Strike, it feels like at this point. It's so interesting how you can still find these interesting ways to play the rounds, these little gimmicks that you can get in that people just aren't expecting, even though this map has been around since the first Counter-Strike LAN.
Yep, you can get a fun run boost. You can get an interesting boost. One of my favorite new boosts that I've seen, and not new anymore, but new when I saw it, was if you boost by underpass and peek mid looking over cat. So you don't, it's a headshot angle, but you can see a full body as they cross over to the boxes.
I do think another underutilized position on Mirage right now is you can get onto the bumper of the van outside of apps now, and it creates this really weird headshot angle that realistically you can only really use once or twice.
Yes.
But those one or two times that you do use it, you're going to get a pretty effective start of the round like that.
Well, speaking of angles you can use once or twice, on B, if you're sitting on plat and waiting for, you have to have a player on site to hold apps players' attention. But if you do, they're going to all fall out under you, and you're just like, okay, I have the high ground. Star Wars reference, pew, pew, pew.
Hey, just like that. And I don't know about you, but whenever I play Mirage personally, big apps jump spotter, sometimes by choice, most of the time not. You ever get stuck there? How does it feel?
I try my best to not get stuck there. If someone says play B, I don't peek apartments because I just die there. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not a good player by any means, but I'd much rather play from the corner and be able to spam into apartments than play from van or play from market and sort of let players out onto site and then give myself easier shots to hit. But we are going to get some stats up on screen, so we have something for in between the games. Again, we were talking about Fang, and look at him here. 2.75 lead to fire rating, 1.5 HLTV. Absolutely putting Party Astronauts on his back for that.
100%, and if you want to talk a lead to fire rating, Rush, 5.95 lead to fire rating. He had a great game himself. Having these aggressive glimpses of the past from him was really good to see, and it definitely put Nouns in the position to run away with the game like they did.
Something else to point out, too, Peeping's headshot rating. I was about to say I'd love to see his crosshair placement, but actually it looks like it's further off than some of the other players on the team. But we'll take a look at the trades as well, and I feel like I'm seeing about the story that I expected. Nouns with deathballing, trading, not as much trading as Party Astronauts with not quite as much trading. We can see Infinite didn't even trade at all. Opening kills, again, Nouns in the very dominant position. It was Fang doing it for Party Astronauts.
Yeah, honestly, I thought Rush had more opening kills in that game with the way that he was pushing through B main on CT side. But either way, very good stuff out of Nouns. And I like to look at the average blind time. Personally, I always think it's very interesting to do. 3.3 on Infinite, Pretty good support.
Yeah, that is good supporting. I mean, besides the blind time, look at how many enemies flashed he has.
Yeah. 14 from 22 flashes is a pretty good ratio.
That is ridiculous. It is winter here in Kansas City. The snow reflects a lot, and those flashes will really hurt. Granted, they're on the desert map, so, not as much, but...
Well, hey, at least, like we said before, we didn't get all 3 desert maps. There's one green map. That's always fun to see.
Indeed. I don't know if we're going to get the chance to see that here. I feel like Nouns winning map 1 is going to put them in a very good position for that 2-0. Like, it feels like almost silly to say, like, oh, yeah, they won the first, so they could go 2-0. But they have such a good win rate on their map pick that feels like it could happen.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a reason why it is their map pick. They're going to feel most comfortable on this map. If I'm not mistaken, this is one of their 2, go-to maps.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the other ones being Ancient, if I'm not mistaken. So, Nouns...
We can get the bingo book of stats and many things here. We can take a quick look at what other maps Nouns really like to play. I do think the other one is going to be Dust 2. I have to wait for my laptop to get the internet back. Give me just a second here.
This is awkward.
This is a little awkward.
No, yeah, but Nouns just at the end of the day have the advantage in this best of 3 by a lot. Again, by no means do I think this map 2 will be a blowout, but I think there's a chance that it's going to be pretty difficult for Party Astronauts to get anything going.
Yes.
Do you remember who starts on what side for this?
So because this is Nouns' map pick, Party Astronauts got the choice of side, so they'll take CT and a side of mashed potatoes.
Side of mashed potatoes? I like that. So Party Astronauts starting on the CT side, if there's one of 2 ways this can go. Mm-hmm. They can open out really strong and have a dominant CT side and put Nouns in a position with a lot of pressure on them. Or Nouns can do the classic CS2 thing of winning the T-Piss around and just kind of running away with the first 6 rounds of the game.
Mm-hmm. So again, the other map that I was thinking that Nouns might pick would be Dust 2. They ended up banning that one out, but, fair enough.
Ancient 79% out of 14 maps, so...
I mean, I think if this does go to 3 maps, I think they still have a good chance. I would love to see Party Astronauts answer back, though. Bring us to a full 3 maps, get us a full series, more time to watch some great Counter-Strike.
Yeah, 100%. I think if Party Astronauts can battle back to go to a map 3, the stats on HLTV are a little bit deceptive. I actually think Party Astronauts have a pretty decent chance to win an Ancient map against Nouns.
That's true. I haven't gone and checked on who Party Astronauts have played Ancient on, and honestly, 45% doesn't even feel that bad depending on who you're playing.
Yeah. I mean, and plus you got to remember, Party Astronauts did have some international games this year. They went to the Challenger League event, where I know they played Ancient at least twice.
Yep.
And they were playing against pretty good opponents over there. I can't remember the exact games, but...
Well, so which Challenger League did they go to? I do remember, you're right, they did go to ESL Challenger League. Was it Jönköping?
I would like to say so. It definitely wasn't Atlanta.
No.
I remember they flew out.
I mean, I imagine they'd still have to fly out for Atlanta as well. Hey, look,
I meant out of
another caster we've got all in gaming.
Oh, it's
What's
my girlfriend. Look at that.
And Buckethead's girlfriend.
Hell yeah.
Do you have anything you'd like to say to her?
Yeah. Love you, babe. Aww. Also, all in. Love you, babe.
We can't hear what you're saying. Can you, move your mouth in a more defined way and we could read your lips?
That is not nice.
I don't think that's appropriate for stream, but thank you.
We casted so many games in Philly together, 16-hour days, and that's the way that you treat me. I cannot believe what you've done to me. And I see Avery over there laughing now, too. Oh, wow.
You could give him the classic. My day is ruined.
My day. You know what? All in does often ruin my days. I'm not going to lie.
Or what is the whole... Hold on. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
You know what? I would love to say that to him, but I feel like every time that we're on the couch together, he's often the one with immeasurable disappointment in me.
Ouch.
If we're just being honest.
Ouch. Anyone getting parental flashbacks? Not me. Definitely not me.
We're still looking for...
Yeah, I'm looking to see. So this is...
a Challenger League.
Challenger. This is Challenger, Katowice. That's going to be qualifiers. Challenger League, Challenger League.
Oh, we're in Atlanta as well. I actually don't remember that.
Let's see. This is IEM Rio. I think that's going to be qualifiers as well.
Yeah.
Open qualifiers. So, yeah, I'm having trouble
either
finding
way.
it.
Yeah, just take my word for it. I know what I'm talking about sometimes. Sometimes I don't. So it's
I believe
50-50.
him.
Yeah, you should. I think you should. What do you think
This
about
dude
this?
has a bucket head. How can you not trust that?
Yeah,
I don't know what that actually means. Hello, Ponalone.
Oh, look at him.
So I guess that's
Caker's
Mike.
over there too.
We've got Sasquatch talking to somebody.
Yep. Seems like everyone's just hanging out, having a good time today.
There's
you'd love to
Mr.
see,
Killer Sway.
Yeah, you love to see like small L and FRAG main event running at the same time because it's just there's so much energy going on. The small L event sometimes can get a little more hectic. Where are you? You're on that side. What's up, buddy?
We've got Mr. Markey over here, just hiding behind the couch.
Yeah,
is he going to join us on the couch?
Come on.
He is.
What's up,
All
buddy?
right. Hey. What's up, Mark? Did you get to see that match? He's getting his headphones on. Give him a sec.
Uh-oh. Oh, there we go.
Wait, is he in the front row?
Yeah, let's
Sharing
hang out.
on the future of NACS?
Yeah, we can all share in the future of
Peeping.
NACS.
Nick X farming?
Yes.
I mean, that's pretty cool. I'm
Peeping farming.
What did I say?
You said Nick X.
Yes, Nick X had a really good game. Peeping had a really good game. We'll see if his former LAG teammate is going to be bringing it back to him on their map pick. I believe is map 2. Or
Yeah, this is
yes.
announced map pick is Mirage.
Gotcha. I mean, what a way to want to close on 2-0, right?
Yeah. I mean, what's your opinion on just this next map in general? Because both of us are in agreement that Party Astronauts definitely have a chance, but the heavy favorite of the map is Nouns.
Right, like I think Mirage always kind of prompted up in series is always like very much addressed with context, right? And with sort of a first map, not like being too hard of a blowout. There's a lot of potential here. Like I gotta say, I didn't really like get too much concern from like seeing Fang and the boys like get up from their keyboards, not looking too stressed about it. So I think that like especially with like the man I just prompted up, I know he's ready to get some frags and get that rifle cooking in the server because Fang is looking to take this thing.
Fang played amazing on map 1. There were so many just rounds where he single-handedly brought Party Astronauts into the game and essentially gave them half of the rounds, I would like to say, that they won.
Hey, man.
I mean, I always love Anubis. It gives me a chance to be like, all right, what sort of Egyptian mythology
Is this
can I
the
think
trophy?
of? I don't know. I
think.
That's
like,
awesome.
This is really cool, but I also heard there were other things made for the winners.
Wow.
Yeah, we get a nice close-up on the...
Oh, that's
we'll give
that's
this
amazing.
a little pat here.
I really like the little smiley face on the smoke. He's really happy. The nade is scared. The flash is indifferent.
Yeah, that
nice.
that flash is.
But where's the
look
decoy?
Oh,
Leave
or
it
the
at.
molly.
Or the molly? You don't
Yeah.
want a molly there. The CT molly just got nerfed.
That's true. Don't want to waste the money on that.
No, you don't.
I guess the smoke has a name. It's Smo.
Smo.
So I'm going to be throwing Smos.
Smos.
It's like s'mores, but
Drop your
with
Smo
less
over
letters.
here. I gotta rotate this on my banana keep. Everybody rotate A. Drop your Smo. I'll even take your insen.
Yeah, let's go.
Sorry,
we're
that
gonna make
really kinda
nicknames
dropped
for every util. Actually, I'm gonna start calling them like what?
Mind if I say something?
Yeah, say something.
So we had a great first map. It would not have been as great without the two of you behind the mic. You guys are doing an excellent
God,
job.
thank you.
Excellent job, gamers. I don't want to.
You don't want to? Tell me what you
I don't
want,
want to
what you
steal the
really, really
limelight
want.
for too long.
There you
So
go.
I'm going to cap this thing off. Buckethead.
Hey,
Don't-
always appreciate
please
you, brother.
Don't mind my sweaty hand.
Yeah, dude, I'm just sweaty. It's okay.
Doc, have a great map too.
Yep.
I can prompt this up. I'm gonna challenge this because I can hear myself over these speakers. OG Wizard, obviously the prompted up Opper with this squad. He had an okay first map. I want to see him smash it out of the park here and get a map 3 for us.
Hell yeah.
Is that the consensus over here? I feel like
I mean,
that's
Mirage
the
is a map where operas can really shine.
Yeah.
So seeing OG Wizard, let's see if we can get the 20 bomb, maybe the 30 bomb is what is the watermark that I'm setting for OG Wizard.
30 is a tall ask.
It is. What I'm saying is that it's Mirage, so we're going to overtime.
No, 100%. Oh, we calling overtime. That's what we're predicting now.
Look, I'm rolling up my sleeves.
I don't want to
That's a
be.
very nice
long
shirt, by the
here.
way.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I picked this one out. I was like, I'm going to find something that's very loud that I'm not going to wear on the last day, but I thought, let's and look at this. You've got plaid, and then you've got diagonal plaid on the pockets, and I thought that was pretty. I thought that was pretty great. Not something to wear out with family, but something to really make a statement on the broadcast.
Yeah, looks good.
And I'm going to ask one more thing, and I'm not
Sure.
going to ask Fliffy's because I know he's not going to give me an honest answer because he loves nouns. And
I do.
I'm not either, but I love these jerseys. I think they're rocking them. They're really cool. How are you feeling about them?
The jerseys?
Yeah.
Well, purple's my favorite color.
Yes.
So that's already off to a great start. I think they're sleek. They're nice. They're not too busy. It feels more like a classic jersey compared to some other esports jerseys, which I do like.
I agree.
It's just calm. It's nice.
What about the PA stuff?
We talked about that before.
I would like some PA merch, man. We were
Yeah.
talking about this yesterday. I would gladly buy that and support the fellas. I mean, I would love an initiative like that.
You know what more
Where is
teams
my OG
need
Wizard
as far
jersey?
as merch is plushies. If you could give me a Party Astronauts astronaut helmet as a plushie, like not as something you could put on, but just like, you have an astronaut head as a plushie. That would be fantastic. Meanwhile, nouns on the other side of things, you could have just a ball that has the noggles on that's a noun. That's a plushie. And I think that would be great. More teams need plushies. M80 could have a very risky plushie because it would be a bomb.
Probably don't want that one.
I do.
Well, I mean, I would love a little plushie like that, but
Just don't bring it on an airplane.
Jesus.
Got to get the frag somehow.
Yeah, I mean,
No, you
get
don't
the
bring the
frag
M80
somehow.
plushie to frag.
Fellas,
But
I love the talk. Like I said, I don't want to walk the walk, so I'm going to let you guys find that path yourselves. And you'll be able to see all that action. I believe we're kind of on a pause in that B stream. Dougie Dugate is holding it down over there, and they're ready to get it going. So I'll act as the host here. You guys are going into the game. We got Floofies. We got Buckethead. Go have some fun, fellas.
Hell yeah. You always
bring
love
it
to see
on.
Mark.
Hello, Mr.
I
Terrorist.
love when Mark comes around.
hello, Mr. Terrorist Head, turning around in circles. All right, now starting things off on the T side. Party Astronauts on the CT. Let's dive in.
100%. And as I stated before, me personally, what I think needs to happen for Party Astronauts to get really strong into this game is to get this pistol round. You don't want to see nouns running away, especially on the T side where the economy is so much more forgiving. Party Astronauts need to come out swinging.
Yes. I do love that in the second and third days here, as we've got the player cams. It's really nice to see the reactions. During the pistol round, we got a really good one. Just because everything was so chaotic. Ooh, OG Wizard starting things off well. Junior taken down here. A lot of players outside of mid here for Party Astronauts. It's going to make things difficult for nouns to get out from underpass. The high ground being gifted over to Party Astronauts. Once again, Star Wars reference. And OG Wizard picks up a second. Viz joining in as well with two of his own. And CJ now, all the weight on his shoulders, but he's not able to keep it. It'll be infinite to close this one out.
What a beautifully clean round from Party Astronaut. OG Wizard picking up first two.
Hey, this is Anubis.
Yeah, this is a interesting replay.
I like that replay.
Yeah, no.
That was the end of last
that was a fun round. for
Yeah.
sure. But no, extremely clean from Party Astronauts in that round, only taking a combined 10 damage from the Glocks. And now 3 M4s are going to come out, 2 MP9s. We'll see if we can try to get some money flowing on the side of Party Astronauts.
Yep, and we do have a little bit of a light buy on the side of nouns. We've got the Deagle out for peeping. It does look like we've got an upgraded pistol for Junior as well, so not going in fully on the Glocks, but we'll see if we get the classic we lose to Glocks on round number 2. Otherwise, Party Astronaut's going to be sitting quite pretty. These MP9s have the opportunity to farm so much. But
100%. Fang just spotted out basically the entirety of nouns down there. Peep being able to get a 1-ding on OG Wizard, so gets a little tricky, but Party Astronauts still should firmly be in control of the momentum of this round right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, I always like to see pistol stacks like that.
Yeah.
We've seen them on a few different teams, and now with the 1 kill, nouns are like, all right, we've been spotted, let's do something else. All out mid here, Viz with the shooting gallery, but he's not able to hit, and it'll be peeping to close it down. Unfortunately for nouns, though, they haven't been able to pick up the weapons of the 2 players they've killed. They're still stuck on those pistols. So they're just rotating around the map. They're going to go for a B push, keeping things quiet. It's going to be Mr. Ben Leet on the MP9 to try and slow them down. And I was talking about it in the pregame. He's playing that once-a-game kind of spot where if you've got someone to hold their attention, but he doesn't.
And
So
the pistol
this
could easily overwhelm him. Able to
got
spray it out,
2,
too.
but he runs out of ammo. That's going to be enough. Nouns take the B bomb site. It's 3 versus 2 as Junior gets the bomb down. Molotov as well to block off Market. So Fang, first one in to spot these players out. Taking the shots down range. Half a clip remaining.
This is going to be tricky for Party Astronauts. Really needing to find their way back into the bomb site. Prevent the piss around flip from happening. Infinite finding the first. But it still will be 2 more T's on the other side. Nick's able to find Fang, so Infinite by himself. Half HP, bomb, half tick, able to find the first. 1 HP. Nick's doesn't hit the shot. Infinite with the headshot. He doesn't have time to defuse the bomb.
The kid has been left up on apps and he's not able to get it. Nouns trade the round.
What a shot, however, there.
Oh, and he loses his life to the bomb too. Oh, everything that can go wrong did for Party Astronauts.
That's just so unfortunate. Infinite putting everything into winning that round. Just not enough time for him to really do anything. So now Nouns with the clear economic and rifle advantage, forcing Party Astronauts to be on a bit of a very, very weird force buy.
Yeah, this is awkward. FAMAS, MP9, and pistols on the CT side. I mean, again, let's see if OG Wizard gets activated. There are some players for him to fight as he looks down ramp, so this is the place that you want to be, Party Astronauts, with a very aggressive A-site setup. If Nouns walk into this just a little bit incorrectly, it could be devastating for them, but the nade smoke doesn't work out at all. Double entry for Party Astronauts. Infinite picking up that AK, goes for a third. It's going to be Junior, and Fang will put that FAMAS to work. It is a flawless force buy for Party Astronauts as they close out round number 3.
Back and forth early on to start this game off. Neither team letting the other one get super comfortable as Party Astronauts just completely halted the push and Nouns there with the limited guns that they did have.
Yeah, NACS always getting the heart racing.
Yeah, 100%. You get the blood flow and you never know what's going to happen. A little bit of an anxiety attack. But now Party Astronauts in a very, very good position to pick up this next round.
Yeah, we do have a rifle for Nyx, and we were talking about how well he performed in the last game. So in a pressure situation for him, and then Peeping picking up the 1-Deeks again.
Oh
Nyx
my
taken
goodness.
down, but another for Peeping. Wait a minute, 4 versus 3. He's gonna have access to the rifle from his teammate as well. This suddenly looks disastrous for Party Astronauts. 4 versus 3. OG Wizard down on 22 HP. These pistols, they're happy to hit that and do that damage.
And Ben Lead's going to be under some pretty heavy fire coming up soon. He peeks into the first. However, the spray comes through. He's able to find 2. CJ able to trade back, but now with 2-on-2. Peeping very, very disconnected. He's going to come up the catwalk. So a bit of a B split to come in here late. The only player on the bomb site is OG Wizard with that FAMAS.
Down on 20 HP. This is a dangerous situation. But if you're in that sort of situation, this off angle, such a good spot to play. He's going to, I think he heard Peeping, but it doesn't matter. Peeping going to find him first, and now it's Infinite back in that 1 versus 2. He managed to nearly win it 2 rounds ago. Can he pull it off this time around? He's got the kit, he's got the smoke and a fire to flush out Nouns, so he's got the utility that he could possibly ask for here to make this round happen. He's going to keep this one slow. Keeping checking all of the angles. No one behind bench. That timer starting to get low. Going to throw the molly to flush out Van. Gets the kill onto CJ. Now it's just Peeping, and he gets the kill. And he's got the time. He's going to get the defuse. 3-1 for Party Astronauts.
Infinite able to redeem himself from 2 rounds ago, where although getting the kills wasn't able to get the defuse, this time almost the exact same situation, just with better guns for all people involved. And right now, I'm convinced that you could give Peeping only a deagle for the rest of the game, and he could top frag.
Yeah. Well, I got to watch another fun game with pistols. No Namers on Thursday. Played against, I think it was Stand On Business. And it was a game that No Namers were not expected to win. They do have some solid players. They also have some solid workers inside of esports. And we got to see the first round out of that was Mr. Cole Exner Henry behind a smoke on bridge, putting down an ace with dualies. It was lovely. And so throughout that, he was using pistols. So there's the power of the pistol is not to be understated.
Yeah, 100%. You can never count anybody out in a round of Counter-Strike. And now we're going to see Nouns with Force Buy back into it. MP9, Tech 9, Deagle, two Galils. Definitely not the best guns.
Hey, whose phase spray is that?
I wish I could tell you.
Why are you not putting down an NA team? I thought we were all standing behind Wildcard and Liquid at this point.
I have my wild card spray.
I do too.
I will say.
They didn't make it out of this stage, but you know what? They still punched way above their weight, and it was so great to see. Although I'm very happy to see Liquid in the round of 8 as well.
Oh yeah, I honestly, them and Mongols. I'm so excited. Mongols look like they could win the major. But
yeah, they do kind of feel like it. Oh gosh, jumping around, it's Nyx to open things up. Viz answers back with 2, but he's taken down by Rush. That Tech 9 answering quite loudly. Oh, nades raining out of market. Nouns know where the players are coming from. The smoke broken, but no kills to come from it. But look at the health bars though. Nyx and Rush down on super low HP. They're in a great spot for these Party Astronauts players to clean them up. Junior on 100, the only one available, but they're all taken down. They line up. OG Wizard with 2 and Infinite with 1. It's going to be Party Astronauts picking up the 4th round on their CT side. OG Wizard with a defuse. We're going to go into round number 6 with a significant lead toward Party Astronauts.
Yeah, 100%. And this is exactly what I was saying early on before this map started. Party Astronauts need to start out swinging from the gates. And starting up 4-1, very good start. Obviously, not converting the second round, but able to win back on that third and keep this streak going is just so important if Party Astronauts want to go to map 3.
Now, granted, there have been 2 bomb plants in a row for Nouns, so that does mean their money is in a pretty good spot. This is going to be the saver for them, but I do feel like we're going to start to see some momentum start to creep back as we get into the later stages of this game. You know, they haven't won the rounds. There's actually been a few players alive for the past couple of rounds here for Party Astronauts, so they're starting to build up their own economy. A good start for OG Wizard, but again, the Deagles come out swinging. Not just swinging, but swinging for the fences. Peeping taking, Viz taking down Junior, but Nick starting to get activated inside of Connector. Oh, this feels so dangerous for Party Astronauts. 3 versus 3, Peeping rearmed with the AK as well. And the retake. And a round that Nouns do not have the rights to win. 2 for Fang. He chomps down. Once again, tasted blood. Can he find more? The Deagle not able to hit the shots for Nyx this time around. And Party Astronauts 4-round advantage. And we're getting to see Viz getting to stamp his foot down as well.
Yeah, we didn't have a time to speak on it early on in the round, but Party Astronauts went super aggressive down mid. 2 players rushed completely through within the first 20 seconds of the round, and Fang was able to get that long backstab where I really don't think Nouns even had the idea that that could be happening at the time.
Yep. But it's guns back out. Junior with the op, AKs all around the shop, full nades. Hey, the smoke hit on window, that's good.
Yeah, you always hate to see it miss, so.
You never know on North America.
No, you don't. I have a very unconventional mid-smoke that whenever people look at it, they get scared.
Oh.
But it's trustworthy. I'll show you later on.
All right, sounds good. I'm always down to learn new smokes. I won't always remember them, but I like to learn them. Ooh, that's a bad start for Nouns. But a good start for Viz. Again, having a chance to get activated in this rotator cat position with the first kill onto Peeping.
Yeah, we talked about him not finding the chance to really activate last game, but starting out 7-3, playing very well for himself and Infinite in his own regard. 10-1 already. As Fang picks up one of the mid players. Party Astronauts already in a 5v4 advantage.
They do pick up 1, but lose 1 in the process. 4 versus 2, and Infinite on a big flank. Big flank all the way around the world here. The question is, do Nouns have the timing? Otherwise, Infinite could end this round here. Well, he might not even be needed to. The op of OG Wizard with 1, and Infinite cleans up. 6-1 for Party Astronauts. This is not the half I was expecting, but I'm enjoying.
Yeah, no, I'm clearly enjoying it. It's a little hard to keep up with it sometimes. You just never know when the kills are going to come through. But
yes,
Party Astronauts looking very good and doing exactly what they need to. OG Wizard playing great. Op is in his hands. Infinite, Viz, both playing great. Fang, positive. Ben Lead, positive. What more could you ask for?
I mean, I could ask for a few more rounds on the side of Nouns, if I'm being perfectly
well,
honest.
Well, that is understandable. However, Party Astronauts are looking great.
They are. And I did say I wanted to see a map 3. You know, Ancient, good times, good map.
100%.
Another big 4-square map to play around with the offers. I'd like to see more of Rush's AK here. While we're watching Infinite, something fun to point out is I've gone and looked up the prices of those stickers because it looks like a really cheap craft to do, but it's a deceptively expensive one. Those optic stickers are not cheap. The Rush sticker is not cheap. The Green Line AK, though, is cheap.
Yes.
So, but it's one of those, like, it looks like a really cheap sticker craft to make, but turns out a little more expensive than you'd expect. Rush, again, just talking about him, picks up the kill. Garrett
Speaking of
grabs the man
expensive,
advantage here.
Nouns is trying to make this round pretty expensive for Party Astronauts. Coming in with very limited guns already, finding 3 kills, so 4v2 to start off. Junior will go down as Fang doubles up. Bomb does get planted in time. And CJ finding Fang. OG Wizard by himself. Pistol picks up the first kill. Peeping will peek at the perfect time. M4 spraying down OG Wizard, so Nouns pick up their second.
Yeah, about time too. I mean, they've been on the board with that first round for so long that, you know, was this going to be 11-1? I don't know. But now we've got only one player surviving for Nouns is the difficult part of that, because now your bonus actually goes down from what you've had in previous rounds. The win bonus is lower than 4-round loss bonus.
Yeah, so we'll have to see more than enough money for all members involved on both teams to buy. A little bit of a lack of util out from Nouns, so we'll see if that will come back to bite them. As Party Astronauts want to get aggressive in the apps here.
Yeah. We do have the ops out for both players. That op picked up by Peeping for Nouns. Oh, Bentley getting aggressive here. Spots the knee, but it's too late. And now OG Wizard is going to have to deal with this on his own. He's flashed from every direction, and it's full control for Nouns. Party Astronaut's going to elect to save early on here. But Rush doesn't want to let it happen.
No, he doesn't. That was beautiful timing out from Nouns, knowing that once they get that first kill on the aggressive player apps, they should just have full range, OG Wizard being the other one on the site, but the op not easy to defend close apps with.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea there for Ben Lee because he's found a lot of space in previous rounds in the B apartments. Nouns have been going for mid. They've been playing a lot underpass, and so I like the idea of getting really deep, but again, Nouns called his bluff out this time around and does net them around. It's even going to be worse here for Party Astronauts because if you're looking at the money, the save that they were going for was 100% necessary. These 2 rifles are going to be all they have going into round number 10.
Yeah, we'll see. Nouns have the chance to bring this all the way back to a tied half, but they're going to have to keep letting the momentum swing them in the right direction. We'll see what Party Astronauts choose to do around the 2 rifles. It does seem like just a complete full save for those 3 other players. Viz might have had enough to upgrade, but electing to probably save for the op next round instead.
Yes, I agree with that assessment. I think that OG Wizard, he is getting the opportunity to really shine on the op this time around. Again, Mirage CT side, it's a good place to be an opper. And although that's a good start for Fang, picking off the first, a good trade and a flurry of frags. Down to the 2 versus 2. Infinite now, the only player on Party Astronauts with a rifle, but there should be a smorgasbord of things for OG Wizard to pick up.
Yeah, it's one of those blink and you miss it moments. It's now a 2v2. A lot of fighting may cause that. So we'll see what Nouns want to do. It seems like a little creep up cat for both players who are going to have to worry about OG Wizards, who's playing in that ladder room.
Yeah, this pistol from this spot could find something very sneaky, stealthy, sneaky beaky like. Oh, he's going to spot this. Spots the first. Didn't quite spot the second. He's going to go for the backstab, but do they turn for this? Oh, he hits the dinks, but it's not enough. Infinite taken down and Peeping with the cleanup. 4-6. Now, Nouns with 3 in a row. Oh, that was heartbreaking. That was so close to being a double kill for that USP.
I love that play from OG Wizard. I know that it didn't work out, but waiting and following them into Cat, getting that crossfire with his teammate in order to take those shots, it's just a shame that, you know, Nouns are ready for the player in apps and the pistol shots just weren't able to ring true.
Yeah. But full buy now, 2 rounds left in the half, and Party Astronauts with the opportunity to take the advantage here. Nick's taking initiative here, all the way out on site already, finds the player lower, double kill for Peeping, as only 1 falls for Nouns. They take the command of round number 11, and they will start to aggress. Oh, CJ spots the barrel of the rifle for Fang, takes him down. OG Wizard answers back, but it might already be too late. Peeping down on 11 HP does have the thought that he might be dunked, but it does not come to pass. And now Party Astronauts, they're going to have to rotate back in. Ben Leet already inside of jungle, gets the nade down, but it's on to Rush. He's hit by half. A very painful nade, to be sure, but now his position going to be known by Nouns. Peeping will get the numbers punched in, and it's just going to be Junior to close out Ben Leet. Now it's just OG Wizard 1 versus 3. Might be time to call out the save on this op. There's not any money left for Party Astronauts. They'll be reset back to the Stone Age here, so this op might just be Jame time.
Yeah, you know, and I think getting out of there as soon as possible is 100% the right play. You know, some players like to stay around, try to get a peek or two. OG Wizard doing that on Anubis, but they have nothing. OG Wizard has $200. This is going to be the last round of the half. You really want to try to get an advantage going into it. You don't want to give Nouns that comeback into the 6-6 half. But it seems that the backstab is going to come through. Rush one-tapping OG Wizard. So now Party Astronauts are broke for this last round.
Indeed. And that's going to be heartbreaking. After such a fantastic beginning to this half, falling down to the 6-6, you're going to go into the next half going, oh gosh, where did we go wrong? There was the chips, then the cracks start to show, and then things start to break apart, and now look at it.
I think Party Astronauts played best on the CT side when they were controlling the pace. Early on, they were getting those super fast, aggressive flanks out early, and they not elected to do it, but there's going to be a lot of fighting going on. Peeping, finding the first kill. Nick's jumping out the apartment, spraying the player down default. It will be Rush to pick it up instead, but Fang up on the boost spot. Able to find one. Now Nouns with full control of the bomb site.
Yeah, this is looking like a 6-6 for me. 2 versus 4, although CJ and Peeping on very low HP. The FAMAS and MP9 will be all too happy to clean those kills up. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser type of gun. But the damage is falling back through the smoke as CJ to pick up 1. The MP9 does clean up 2. Wait a minute, CJ at 1 HP. Junior on full, but the time is getting low. No kit on the side of Infinite. He does pick up CJ. That last HP finally erased. Oh, he gets the final kill. Does he have the time? It's a full 10-second defuse. I think he's not quite got this. 4 seconds remaining on the defuse. If he had the kit, don't be a loser. Buy a diffuser.
A valiant effort coming out from him at the end there, but unfortunately, as we said, no kit, not enough time. Honestly, very impressive half from Nouns. Able to back once the money got a little bit more into their favor. And as I tried to touch on before, Party Astronauts were playing their best when they were able to just dictate the pace on the CT side with those fast flanks that were coming in. Nouns were leaving large portions of the map just completely untouched, and once they figured out what was going on, they were able to go straight back and win 6 in a row.
Yeah,
or 5 in a row.
I think that is not a very good, like, Mirage is a pretty even map, but I do feel like 6-6 is not a CT side you're going to be at all happy with if you're Party Astronauts. I think that Nouns have a really good CT side from what I've seen on Mirage, and so you really need to take that fast advantage, especially after that pistol round. But they are going to get the bomb down, it looks like. Peeping, looking in, a lot of players coming in from CT spawn. The kills start to rain in. It's a 3 for 2 favoring Nouns. Can they get more? It's CJ to join in, and now Infinite all alone in the 1 versus 2. Once again, CJ down on 1 HP, so this is a dangerous, very dangerous, good headshots, and Infinite will clutch the round out for Party Astronauts. The pistol they absolutely needed to get momentum here on their T side.
Yeah, beautiful shots, and I do like the play from Party Astronauts to try to get that CT control. Now just having a lot of players stacked up there, actually it being 4 of them. So it's very, very good for Party Astronauts to pick up that pistol, try to get the momentum back in. Electing to go with a lot of rifles into the second round.
Indeed they are. 3 rifles on the side of Party Astronauts versus the full pistols, again for nouns. Again with that light buy that allows you to buy on round number 3, so they're not leaving room for the op, it looks like. It looks like it's just going to be... I mean, it might not matter. Rush just gets in your face. Fang taken down. Mac 10 picked up. There's an opportunity to go for more. He finds it too. A 2-for-1 trade to start off the round, but it does allow Party Astronauts all the way out on B. Peeping doesn't want to let this happen. Does get a couple of shots down range, but it's not enough. Rush lit down as well, and we're into the 3 versus 3 retake. Ben Lead, oh, he's in apartments. He's got the opportunity. Junior taken down. And it does look like Party Astronauts will be converting this one. Right, SMG given over to CJ as Rush falls. 1 versus 3. Can he clutch this one up? No armor, no kit, filled with dreams and filled with lead. Ben Leet with the final cleanup. 8-6 for Party Astronauts.
Yeah, and now nouns, we have a lot to prove here as the first buy is going to come out. Party Astronauts, I will say, do have a respectable T-side on Mirage from what I have seen from them. So it is anybody's game up until this point.
Well, we're going to get the first test here for Party Astronauts. We've got the full buy from nouns. Sadly, again, no op here on round number 3. But, I mean, Junior's been doing a solid job with the M4 as well. So I don't think that he's going to be too uncomfortable here bringing out the M4. And it's A1S's all across the board, not a single A4.
Good. A1.
I don't think one is supreme over the other. I think both have their situations. It's a good trade
100%.
of frags to start things off. Fang with more, catching Nyx lacking. But a quick trade back brings us to the 3 versus 3. Viz will get the bomb down, and we'll head into the retake situation. I like this spot for Ben Lead. I don't think they expect him to be here, but they do. Junior with the frag brings us down now with a man advantage over toward nouns. And it's starting to get a little bit activated, but he's going to be shut right back down, slapped back down by Peeping. And now it stands to Viz. He will not stand up to this. Rush with a defuse, and nouns answer back.
Yeah, Peeping crispy as always, getting that second to last kill, really opening the site for nouns to begin to push on and fully retake it. Good sights out from nouns in this first gun round. We'll have to see who can continue the momentum in which direction, however.
Yep, there should be the buy here for Party Astronauts. They had a sizable number of players surviving in their last couple of rounds, so they've got the money, they've got the rifles, they might have a couple of SMGs here. It does look like Infinite will be picking up the Mac 10, and I think maybe Ben Lead as well. Yeah, there it is. We do have a quick tech pause here, so Adren is pointing at the camera. Hi, Adren. Hi, King. How's it going?
Oh, and there's Rush.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder what's going on here. Tech pause here at Fragadelphia.
So, I mean, this could be a blessing or a curse for both of these teams. You know, this long pause, we don't know what's going on. So we don't know if it's fast fix or not, but it's going to give you a lot of time to just think about what's going on, think about what you need to do. Party Astronauts will have enough to get guns into this round. 2 Mac 10s will be there instead of the rifles, so it's going to be a little difficult for them.
Yeah, I mean, when you're feeling hot, really hot and warm and locked in, and then you get the pause and you sit there and your mind starts to wander, it's like, huh, I wonder if I left food at the Airbnb. I wonder if I left that out of the fridge.
You're saying their minds might start to get distracted and lose focus.
I'm not saying it should happen, but it could.
Yeah, 100%. So what do you think right now, in a very close game as we see right now, I would say nouns a slight advantage going into this coming round, but what do you think needs to get done for both sides?
I mean, the easy answer is both sides need to win it with as many players surviving as possible. This is one of those fulcrum rounds, a hinge that the rest of the game is gonna fall. It's a seesaw, right? Whoever wins this is gonna shut down the other team's economy and probably gain a heck of a lot of momentum. And it's gonna be a hard one to win. Party Astronaut's gonna have the gun disadvantage, but they've got T-side, so they've got the opportunity to set the pace of things. With these 2 Mac 10s, they could really get in the face of nouns. And I mean, if they do that, they're going to get a ton of money. They're going to get a ton of momentum, and it could be the game. They're already on 8 rounds. Winning this would probably put them on double digits. Yes, they'll be on 9, but after that, Nouns are going to be saving. They'll be on double digits, and the comeback gets more and more difficult.
Yeah, we talk about the importance of ops on the CT side, and if you look at the side of Nouns, Junior not really finding any flame yet into this game, starting off 3-12. So we'll have to see when that does come and play, how that will affect, and that could swing this game a lot if Junior can start getting heat.
Yes. Oh, yes. And Junior CT side opping on Mirage, given how much ECL I've watched of Nouns, I've gotten to see a lot of Junior's CT side opping. And it does usually look good on Mirage. So I do hope they get to pull that out later on this half. This side, it is this round at least, it's going to be rifles all around. We are going to get back into the action here. Nice jump. Hello, Mr. Terrorist person. What do you think his name is?
Let's go with Josh.
Josh?
Yeah.
Josh the Terrorist.
Rush doesn't have a gun going in this round. He only has a pistol, unless the HUD is betraying me.
Well, I mean, I wonder if he left it in spawn, or he could be doing the thing where he's shadowing a teammate, waiting for them to drop a gun.
That is fair.
Unfortunately, the teammate that he's on site with, he doesn't have access to that gun, and the bomb is already down. Now, I do say there's a lot of kits for Nouns, so they do have a good opportunity to go for a retake, but not if they're losing players like that. Peeping coming in with the AK, trades out his teammate, doubles up as well. And now 3 versus 2 on the retake. Ooh, Junior spots a player bench, but 2 kills back for Party Astronauts. Now Peeping all alone. Can he pull this one off? No, he cannot. It's Fang with the headshot. And Party Astronauts, they take the advantage here. 2 rounds to their name. Likely find a third here as we head to round number 18.
I mean, such an awkward round from the side of Nouns. I'm sure that there was some reason that Rush didn't have a gun going into it, but if he had any weapon there besides the USB, he could at least pick up 1 before he dies and make that round a lot more winnable for the rest of his team.
Yes, and as far as timeouts go, good timeout for Nouns.
Yeah.
After that round, you're like, we need to convert. Okay, now we have the seesaw round. This is where we're going to start to lose momentum. We're going to start to lose control over this game. Next round is double digits, and that's where the danger zone really starts to set in.
Yeah, and we do see the Scout force buy out for Junior, electing to do that instead of an SMG, so I'm excited to see what he can do. Obviously, the Scout, you're going to look to hit the enemy more than kill them sometimes. If you can get the headshot, it's always nice to get that kill, but just being able to tag them down so the gun like the MP9 on CJ can get those kills could be really, really high impact.
Oh, yeah. You get to cause us so much damage as a Scout. We'll see what Junior is able to pull off with this one. Heavy A stack here for Nouns, if I notice anything off the bat here. Not even a single player sent to mid or underpass or anything, and Party Astronauts might just recognize that, but they lose 2 right off the rip. Viz able to trade out onto Rush. That is going to crack the B-bomb site wide open, but Nouns already on the rotation. Multiple players going to be headed on in. The responsibility going to be on the shoulders of Viz, as they are all in market trying to head on in. The rest of the players starting to get activated here for Party Astronauts. Out for Peeping and lights out for Peeping as Infinite takes down the player as well. 2 versus 3 now. And Nouns might want to just go for the save.
I think that's the correct play if you're on the CT side right now. There's not a kit in play, so with the bomb this far take, there's not really much to do. You're also down, and MP9 does find a kill, so rifle will be traded instead of that SMG, which is very good for Nouns going into the next round, as their money is not looking super, super good.
It's not, and when your opponent hits those double digits, oh, ouch. Painful bomb on Infinite. He very nearly lost his life there, but, you know, it's the last P that matters.
Yeah, as long as you got 1, I mean, it's good enough.
That's Bogdan's Law. If you have 1, you get the off.
That is what it is. I mean, we'll see another force buy coming out. Able to afford 1 rifle, and Scout coming back out for Junior, and MP9 for Rush. A little bit of a deja vu from the previous round.
Yeah, actually, a bigger investment from nouns than I would have expected. The saved rifles able to allow them to buy back in, and I mean, this almost feels like a desperation buy. They do have the SMG in the hands of Rush. They haven't been able to pull out an op for Junior, so it feels like nouns are treading water while trying to win rounds.
Yeah, it's almost like they're trying to force themselves to get in the position of 2-0. We will see trades back and forth. Party Astronauts will be in the favor after it's all said and done. Bomb plant going down, so nouns 3v4 going to try to retake this bomb site.
Yeah, health in the danger zone for sure. OG Wizard down on 16, Ben lead on 52, Viz on 28, and Infinite on 73. So these M4 is going to have great opportunities. Same as the Scout, Viz taken down. And that's it. Back to the 3 versus 3. There is a kit in the hands of Nick, so this retake feels like it has legs, but not if Party Astronauts have anything to say about it. Nick's lit down to 4, 1 versus 3, and taken down by Ben Leet.
Yeah, and that's going to hurt for nouns. Giving up the 11th round over Party Astronauts, you got to wonder what they really can do to try to stop match point from happening. I think you have to commit to saving after force buying all those rounds in a row, which does seem like, for the most part, that's what's going to happen. A little bit of investment, but nouns mostly just focusing on the round to follow.
Yeah. Noun's going to be playing for that 5-round overtime play. It wouldn't even be the craziest thing. Yesterday versus Fisher College, they were on 11-2 as they went to T-side nuke. They took it to overtime and won it. So,
wow.
Noun's no strangers to playing in overtime here at Fragadelphia 18 or in general.
No, they are not. So we'll see if that's what's going to happen as Party Astronauts get a lot of pressure into Khan early on. CT's playing really passive, so they're not going to know until the noise cues come out. Fang to open up the round, and it almost feels like Party Astronauts are already in the position to win.
Yes, they are. Nick's taken down as well. This is going to be the bomb planted, and 3 versus 5 retake. Well, that's a good start. Peeping going to make some serious money off of that. Junior dunked. And a 2 versus 4. Can this AK for Peeping activate? He does get 1, but it's going to be all he can find. Rush taken down as well. Honestly, good eco damage dealt to Party Astronauts, but at this stage of the game, you're not as concerned with the eco damage as you are with just flat-out winning rounds.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's just trying to dive into the win, get into map 3 for Party Astronauts, and they're in a very good position to do so. Nouns taking another timeout, trying to go over what they can do to try to claw back 5 rounds in a row and prevent the third map, force it into OT.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy we're getting a chance at OT here. I mean, we had a chance at OT on the last map, right? As soon as you get to 12, but timeout expires. We do finally, at long last, get to see Juniors off. If there were a round for that to come into play, this would be that round, but it will be up against OG Wizards op.
Yeah, and right now, if we're just going off of this map alone, OG Wizards definitely on a bit of a hot streak compared to Junior. We'll see if he'll make me eat my words, though, as a lot of mid-pressure coming out. For Party Astronauts early on, OG Wizards op already towards connector.
Yeah, this is a good spot. You get to see everything you possibly want. See A site, take a look into B site. Good start for OG Wizard, but oh, this is a dangerous game you're playing, Nix. He spots the back of 1. Not detected. The trigger discipline. Is he going to go for the knife? He's getting closer and closer. The Jaws theme plays, and he just goes for the tap. 4 versus 2 for Nouns. Now looking to keep this game rolling. Viz making his way on into window, but he's spotted by Peeping. A double kill to round out the round, and Nouns 8-12, and we play on.
Yeah, and that is honestly a really good round from Nouns. Pretty clean, only losing 1 player, up staying alive the whole time, so money shouldn't be a problem. Able to buy back in, and Party Astronauts are actually going to go for the timeout here.
Yeah, I mean, I like that for them. Oh, the money actually looking not as good as I was thinking. So the eco damage that I was like, oh, that's not a big deal for Nouns, actually pretty big deal for Nouns. 8 to 12 is very much in the realm of possibility for a comeback, but these Tech 9s feel quite dangerous on the side of Party Astronauts.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's so easy to always assume that the T side has enough money to buy with how the game works right now, but having to see this save is really unfortunate for Party Astronauts, and if Nouns can just ride a little bit of momentum from these rounds, we could definitely see an overtime come in before we even know it.
Granted, it is a dangerous, dangerous game we're playing here. We've got the T side is the one on map point, and if you just get a bomb plant, it's going to be a buy save. So there's probably going to be a buy next round, and probably going to be a buy in 2 more rounds after that. And so that's a lot of opportunities for Party Astronauts to win this one. But Junior, again, finally getting this op activated, and it's 3 kills already for Nouns. 2 versus 5 as Party Astronauts start to breach the A bomb site, but they're shut down, turned around, and flagged down as Nouns take 9.
Yeah, and I mean, we've talked about the impact of Junior not being the best this game. As soon as he got the op out, he's already up to about 6 more kills than when he was before that. So,
talk about a crutch.
Talk about a crutch. Junior is a great player.
That feels mean.
Peeping is 23 and 14. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, well, we were talking about him last game as the second to top fragger, and he took that personally, it looks like.
Yeah. Wanted to prove us that he is the best on Nouns, and right now he's making a great case for himself. Party Astronauts already losing a member. Junior's up, as we mentioned before, finding the first, so we'll have to see what's next. Bodies are flying all over the place, not even sure where they are, but Party Astronauts, only Viz is left with the Deagle in underpass.
Well, so before I was saying that if Party Astronauts can get the bombs down, it can be a force buy. If they don't get the bomb down, they're just going to get not much of anything. We're going to see the fight for the win here, but this game is looking like it is going to go the distance and maybe beyond.
Yeah, a pit in the stomach of Party Astronauts if I were them right now. Not really knowing what you have to do to close this game out. You feel like you've done everything you could. You started out so well, but with the limited money, 2 Galils are going to be in play. Nouns definitely in the position to bring it back.
Yeah, look at this. We've even got AKs on the side of Nouns. This is a dangerous buy here if you're Party Astronauts. You're feeling like, oh no, we've got Galils out and they've got the AKs. We're going into a possibility of 11-12 scoreline. This is nerve-wracking as it can possibly be, so we're going to get the fast execute out on A, but CJ's good for 2. Is he going to be good for the 3rd? It doesn't even matter. Nix is here. Headshot onto OG Wizard. There's no op in play. 4 versus 2 now for Nouns. Turned around. Infinite with the U-turn, and he's going to head right on back through T-spawn.
What can you even do if you're Party Astronauts?
Well, Ben Lead is making his way out on B. He's making his way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and he's got the kill that he might just need to make the site take happen. He doesn't have the bomb, though, which is going to be the crucial part of this. Nouns, they've got so many players ready for anyone coming out onto A. Infinite still looking for this. Can he make this one work? Junior takes down Ben Lead. There's only 1 player left. The buy for Party Astronauts is going to be abysmal going into the final round. They'll probably have Galils at the very least, but having lost the bomb, it's all too easy for Peeping as he cleans up the final member. 11-12.
Party Astronauts, they started that round off the exact way they should. The perfect util, the perfect pathing, but CJ is able to spray down 2 people from inside a sandwich. It's got to be heartbreaking if you're Party Astronauts to lose the round basically as soon as it started.
Yeah. Well, we got Galils and Mac 10s. This is a chaotic buy that has legs and opportunities. Party Astronauts are doing exactly the right thing. They're like, we got Mac 10s, we're going to get in their face. There's an underpass, there's some looking over towards B, although that's a painful AG to start off the round. And look at this, Fang just burns to death in the Molotov of Peeping. Nouns looking like they're getting ready for this overtime. Ooh, Nix inside of a lot of smoke. Feels very dangerous here for Party Astronauts. Man advantage to the side of Nouns. They're going to look to get into window, boosting up. Going for the silent boost as well, but Peeping ready for this. Takes down Viz. 5 versus 4. Knicks able to take down 1. OG Wizard with the trade, but he's got 2. He's got himself into the 1 versus 3. He's got the bomb as well. He's going to make his way over to B. Opens up Murder Hole. But Nouns won't give him a single shot. Dancing away on Cat, just spraying bullets everywhere. I don't care if anyone's here. Maybe I'll hit something. Luckily, randomize, hit that natural 20. Takes down Junior. Now, he's got his op in hand.
He's got his op in hand in the 1v2 with 30 seconds left. Bomb is on his back, but he's going to have to decide where to go. He's pincered in from both sides. One player Cat, one player CT.
Yeah.
And
I mean, again, he's got his op and he's got bomb.
Yeah, but with only... Never mind.
But
He's
he
already
does
dead.
not have HP. All of the blood has left his body, and Nouns force overtime.
Yeah, and I mean, forget about Nouns coming back and Party Astronauts having to battle in overtime. Party Astronauts have to battle their mental right now.
Yes.
It's gotta feel so bad to have to go into overtime on a map that really felt like you should have won about 6 rounds ago.
Yeah, Party Astronauts having some real trouble closing this one out. And I think that's going to be... I mean, and they have to start again on T side as we go into overtime. So this one feels bad, it feels rough, it feels awful. I could break out the thesaurus, but the end of the day, Junior going for his own Cold Zera play.
I like it. I like the aggression that's coming out. One player is very close to being seen, and the aggressive rifle of Rush will find him. Viz trades back,
he made
picking
it
up
in
2.
his teammate. Viz with 2. That's going to give a lot of space over to Party Astronauts looking over toward B. Oh, that's got to hurt. Junior not expecting the swing from that. And it was just looking for a trade, but it was such a good one. Party Astronauts, they're not satisfied to rest on their laurels. CJ now in the 1 versus 3. Can't close this one out. Party Astronauts opening things up strong on overtime.
And isn't that always how it goes? You're battling to get that last round win to prevent overtime, and then as soon as overtime starts, you get that round win.
Well, it's the money.
That is true.
Like, they were, that last couple of rounds, they're like, yeah, we got SMGs and rifles, SMGs and rifles. Suddenly you've got the AWP, you've got AKs. Yeah, you're going to have a better chance at winning. Like, and I think it does look so weird from a spectator's point of view. That's like, why didn't they just do that before? Because they didn't have the money.
They couldn't.
Yeah, they literally didn't have the money.
Well, we'll have to see how Nouns will answer back in the second round of overtime.
Ooh, good nade.
OG Wizard taking 60 damage from that, missing the
And
out
now they
shot.
know. Nade back to answer. Oh my gosh. But it's the AWP on 12 HP. So I would say he's sitting pretty on that 12 HP.
And Party Astronauts just choosing to forego the opponents altogether, falling back. Although, as I say that, OG Wizard deciding to come back, not wanting to leave alone, even though he's only got 12 hit points left.
I mean, B-Bomb site's kind of working for the Astronauts.
Yes.
Like, every time, it's not that they haven't gotten A site to work, but B site feels like it's working better. Oh, Rush. Getting in a dangerous, aggressive spot right in the face of Benleet. Oh, can he double up? No, he cannot. One answer back. The trade's hitting the feed. 3 versus 3. Viz again. We were saying how he was quiet on the last map, and he has spoken his voice here. CJ now in the 1 versus 3. Finds one, finds a second, but can't get the third. Party Astronauts Infinite able to clean up the B-bomb site. And it's 14-12, 2 rounds on first half of overtime.
Yeah, and if you're Nouns, you really need to at least get 1 round win into this. The T was looking decent for Nouns, so definitely have the opportunity to battle back in this overtime. But if you go down 3-0 in first half of the overtime, it's going to be really rough.
Yes. Yes, it's going to be rough. We can see that in the weapons of Nouns. 10K overtime money means MP9s. It means a scout for Junior. It means that now suddenly Nouns are in a situation where they have to do the same to keep the overtime rolling. 3 rounds on your T side of Mirage. It is It is a bad omen. And that is also a bad omen. Rush taken down first. The Molly doing some solid damage, and it allows Nyx to answer back.
Yeah, so now 4v4 as Party Astronauts slow down. Fang creeping out mid, Infinite finding one his own.
Ooh.
Trade from Junior. That Scout does prove to make itself useful. So 3v3, Nyx is in a great spot. The shoulder will be spotted by Fang, but it prevents any pushing into the connector. So a stalemate has seemed to be found.
Yeah, again, I do feel like this round is so important for Nouns. Peeping with the kill onto Fang will give them their best possible shot here. Man advantage now. OG Wizard's still active, and that feels so dangerous for Nouns. That off has been such a crucial piece for Party Astronauts.
Yeah, and the bomb site is open right now. Junior's pushed very aggressive.
Oh, no.
Thought he saw
A
someone.
little bit of a desk pop.
Yeah, so giving his position away, Molly comes to block him out. Now they're going to have to try to retake with a man advantage, I will say.
Yeah.
But in the most important round that they've seen in a while.
Oh, yeah, this is it. This is the round. Good start to things for Nyx, and it's OG Wizard, a dangerous player in the 1 versus 3. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. No, it's OG Wizard still alone. Nyx going for the defuse here, but the kill comes through for Peeping. And on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, it will be Nouns picking up 1 on their CT side.
And that's really, really important for Nouns, as we touched on before. You're not going to want to start overtime by losing all 3 rounds of the first half. Nouns, getting that last round doesn't put themselves in a position to try to win this out still.
I gotta say, doing that voice, I'm feeling my throat now a little bit. I'm gonna get some water and try not to talk very much after this best of 3.
Yeah, you got to go on a vocal rest. We still got another day. And the rest of this day.
Yeah, I've got another cast at the end of the day.
Me as well.
Chat, if you're enjoying what I'm doing here now and you enjoyed seeing me last night with Bonamont, I'm going to give you a little spoiler. And that is it. All right, 5 versus 5, but we're going to pay attention to CJ on on Nouns. 2 kills to open things up, but 2 to answer back, and that's bomb knocked loose as well. CJ answers, and it's a 3 versus 2. Nouns in the man advantage here. He'll try to open up the A-bomb site. Ooh, that's a good kill for Peeping as well. And Viz just going to turn around, take the U-turn, maybe save onto this M4. No, he's not interested. Overtime money feels different. 1 versus 3 now for Viz.
Yeah, I get why he's
Spots
going
one,
for this. He's
takes
able to
down
pick
another.
First. I think, even though you got a lot of money in overtime, in a position like that, I still think the save is the best play. Try to prevent that if you do lose those first 2 rounds, that you're going to have no money towards the end. But completely understandable why he went for it. It's just already, look at the money on Viz now, $50.
Oh boy, yeah. I mean, again, no matter who loses this, the other side is on map point. If Party Astronauts lose it, it's also series point. So the pressure very much on, but OG Wizard is a diamond under pressure. Starts things off with a nice kill onto Peeping. That is a good piece to take down to start off the round, but it looks like Nouns mid, not even the most interesting part. Ooh, good opening for Rush, but it's answered back by Ben Leet, but it's answered back with profit by Nouns. 2 versus 3 now. Nyx on 6 HP in a painful position here. Doesn't matter. Junior with the op, finally pulling that out for T's side. And Fang in the 1 versus 3. Did a fantastic job on the last map not to be here in overtime. Map and series point here for Nouns. Party Astronauts looking at being sent down to the lower bracket.
Yeah, and I do again want to give Junior his flowers, having such a phenomenal performance since he's been able to get his hands on that op. He's really showing a lot of impact right now, and now Party Astronauts have a lot of pressure on them. I know you said OG Wizard may be a diamond under pressure, but the cracks may seem to follow through.
Yeah, OG Wizard a diamond under pressure, but Nouns are making magic here on Mirage. This comeback has been enormous. They're looking at the win here, but Fang will not just turn over and let them have it. Evens things out versus Nyx. 4 versus 4. These MP9s have to go huge. There's a whole 4 of them. CJ will take down one. There's Fang down. It's Ben Leet, OG Wizard, and Viz here to keep this game rolling along.
Yeah, a little bit disconnected right now as well as Nouns take their foot off the gas. They follow back a little bit, throw a little bit of smoke, try to fake a double pump, but B-site seems to where they want to be ending as Viz's aggression ends up biting him. And now Nouns have full control of that side of the map.
Yeah, that should be the rush called out, but it's also OG Wizard has already started to get active on the rotation. He's already set in mid. He's going to need that backup from Ben Leet, though. These MP9s not going to be nearly enough. And they've only lost Nyx on the side of Nouns so far, so that's only one rifle available to be picked up for the retake for Party Astronauts. And they're not going to have a heck of a lot of time to do it. No kits either. So this retake does feel like a Sisyphean task. They are climbing the mountain, they are rolling the boulder, but it is falling back down.
Yeah, so now bomb's already halfway ticked. Really nothing of aggression shown from Party Astronauts as they will both push out the door, but Rush is sitting and waiting. CJ finishes it out, so that will be Nouns winning 2-0 in this upper bracket playoff game.
Yeah, Nouns the overtime heroes of Fragadelphia as far. That's their second time closing things out from behind. Oh, that's a sweet camera angle. Look at those poses.
Yeah, looking all high and mighty.
Yep. All right, Nouns close it out, head into the next round of the upper bracket, and we'll see the Party Astronauts again in the lower bracket later on today.